Gamma. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Buckles Locker. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. We back, running it back. We back. We back. We back. We back. We back. Just got done eating vegan Philly cheesesteak. It was with mushrooms. You know, I don't eat beef or chicken or turkey. I'm a pescatarian. I dive in the vegan world. I also dive in the vegetarian world. Just got done eating a vegan cheesesteak. You know what I'm talking about? It was good. I only ate half of it. It was pretty big, so I cut it in half and had the fries was good. And I also bought some mushroom fries too, oyster mushroom fries. That's good too. I spent about $60. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's lifestyle. You got to eat a certain way. You know what I'm talking about? I'll never be a big dude because of where I eat. But I do need to get rid of this belly though. It's getting there. Because I be eating good, but I don't get all bloated or nothing like that. But Pirates of Sea Bandits, man, welcome back. We are still talking about this aftermath. Also, by the way, I was also able to pick up my gammas. Gamma. You know what I'm talking about? So I was able to get that. My Jordan Gamma 11s. For those of you that are not, sneakers fans. The problem is they don't have a real answer at point guard. They've got Dylan. Yeah, I was able to get my Gammas, my J11s. Came out in 2013. For those of you that was into shoes, but they came out in 2013 December. I didn't get them, the patent leather Gammas. I didn't get them in high school. Couldn't afford them. Family couldn't afford it. I was on food stamps, so we couldn't afford no Jordans back then, no Barclays, no pennies, none of that. Hand-me-downs, basically. I borrowed my friends' Iversons until I got a job. Well, when I got a job, like, in teenage years and stuff like that, and I, started, but still didn't buy no Jordans as a teenager. So once I got older, you know what I'm saying? I was in my little shoe game for a little minute. Anybody in the shoe game? If you're in the shoe game, we can chat it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just saying Jordans, but Barclays, pennies, Grant Hills, Dion's, Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson's, Air Max 95s, Air Max 98s. You know what I'm saying? Saucony's, Reebok Classics, Polo boots. If you're into the shoe game, we can talk about the shoe game, you know what I'm saying? The old Kobe's, the new Kobe's, the KD's, the Jaws, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got out the shoe game, you know what I'm talking about? But every now and then I'll buy a certain pair of shoes. I really wanted these, so I was able to get mine off the finish line. So if you didn't get no Gamma 11s, they won't come out for another 10 years, 12 years. I was able to get two pair. I was able to get one off the finish line at 10:02. They were released at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was able to get mine at 10:02, size 10.5, and I was able to get my old lady a pair off of stock X. So So um yep. So you know what I'm saying? Like anybody got any shoe hookups, man, we can talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, that's another conversation. I got about 10 pair of Jordans in my closet. I need to get them refurbished because I don't want to buy them again. I would just rather pay for them to get refurbished because I don't want to deal with the crowd, online. And I used to go out there in person at 3, 4 in the morning, but I don't want to deal with people in person. I would rather like even my Jordans, because if you don't wear them over time, if you don't keep them in like great condition, my Jordans are not in terrible shape, but they do for a touch up. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody got any friends that do any touch ups on shoes, let me know. I send them my shoes and they touch them up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the shoe game is off. The shoe game right now is out of whack. Like the reseller market, like nobody's buying shoes. The Gamma 11s was I think the most anticipated release this year. The Gamma 11s. Outside of the Gamma 11s, there was no real big deal about shoes. I think the Air Max, remember the Air Max 95 gray and lime green? That was anticipated. I didn't get a chance to get those. I want some Air Max 95s, the gray, silver, like wolf gray with the lime green. I want a pair of those. I'm gonna get those eventually when they do release them. But the shoe game has been off for several years. Nobody's buying shoes. You can get Jordans at the Foot Locker, Finish Line, whatever champs. They said not there. Now the Gamma 11s, they are not. They're sold out. They sold out in 15 minutes. I was able to get mine in 2 minutes. So, but that's enough of that. You a handshaker, rumble pack. First down. But yeah, we bike on this Bucs. We back on this Buck stuff, man. Yeah, A-Rod, a lot of OGs are sitting this year, man. It's only a certain pair of Jordans that people are going to buy now, like certain ones. And the Gammas won't be out for another 12 years, 10, 12 years. Or you can go on stock X, and of course you're going to pay a lot unless you wait about 3 to 10 days and let the price go down. But I didn't want to wait, so I ended up buying 2 pair. One for me and one for my old lady. Christmas present. She got an early Christmas present. She got a pair. She wanted a pair of those so bad, so I got her a pair. You know what I'm saying? So my daughter don't like Jordans like that. She like Nikes, but she don't want to deal with Jordans. So I didn't get her no Gamma 11s because she young and her feet be growing. So it's the point. Like, what's the point of buying her those shoes when she'll only be able to wear them for summer? You know what I'm saying? So what? We back. I got more information. Did anybody watch the Gerald McCoy? Yeah, you can go to the store and get J's now. Literally, back in the day, for like in the mid 2000s to late 2000s, you couldn't go in the store and get them no Jordans at all. Every time a Jordan got released, it was like gone. You can get Jordans now, but you can't get no Gamma 11s. You ain't getting those. You gotta wait or go buy them for $500. The stock I paid on stock X, they were they were like 365. And they came out today. They was already on stock X for 365, and I paid for that. And you go look at the prices now, they like 400 plus $500. Now we're not even talking about taxes. We're just talking about just base 365 after taxes and stuff like that. That goes over $400. So, but it's all good. Get your bread up. Get your bread up. That's all I'm gonna say. Get your bread up. You can do stuff like that when your bread right. You know what I'm saying? Work on your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Web 3.0 is here. AI, robotics, quantum computing, machine learning, web development, software development, cybersecurity, cloud security, cloud, IT, data center operator. That's where the money is at. That's where the money. If you're going to buy any stocks, Buy Web 3.0 stocks. Get into crypto. Crypto is a part of Web 3.0. If you missed Web 2.0, I'm going on the side rant right quick. This is about money. Get your money up. If you missed Web 2.0, that's Amazon, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Cisco, things like that. If you missed that, that was 1998-ish to 2005. YouTube, 1998 to like 2005. That was Web 2.0. That was the conversion. That was the transition over to Web 2.0. Because remember, in the 90s, we had dial-up. And then we got the internet in 2000. And then that's when Facebook and Black Planet and MySpace, all that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all missed that wave, I missed the wave. So much money was made. Fast forward 25 years later, every so many decades, a new industry comes in. The 2000s, it was the internet. Now, the evolution of internet is turning into AI, AR, VR, metaverse. All these things are going to be worth trillions of dollars. There's going to be so much money to be made in those industries, the Web 3.0 industries. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss this money. I'm trying to tell y'all. Position yourselves in these stocks. When it's any company that's invested in AI, data centers, data centers need electricity. Data centers need cooling. Data centers need HVAC. You know what I'm saying? Data centers also going to need cloud. You know what I'm saying? Like any company that's dealing with AI, cloud, Amazon, Google, Tesla, Nvidia. Just saying, I'm just trying to put y'all on some game. 5 years from now, you're going to be coming back to me talking about, man, Mo, Buckles like a man. Crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. You better get on it. It's early, right? I'm telling you. You got a window. 2027 and 2028. Go all in. Go all in into Web 3.0. Go all in crypto. Because right now, it's at the cusp. Remember before Amazon became Amazon? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Nobody want to do that. Da, 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 da. Same thing happening again. Because 2029 or 2028, 2029, 2028, 2029, and 2030, you're gonna wish you got into those companies, into those cryptos. Because crypto about to be mainstream. Crypto about to be mainstream. I'm talking about every day. It's gonna be to the point where you guys can give me crypto and I can give you crypto just like that. Instead of sending me cash, see the dollar bill going away. It's gonna be crypto. It's gonna be the blue chip crypto. Remember the blue chip companies, the Mag 7? If anybody know about Mag 7, Nvidia, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, what's the other one? Starts with an A. But yeah, I can't, it's on the top of my head, but the Mag 7. Crypto will have a Mag 7. There will probably be a Mag 7 2.0, Mag 7 3.0. I'm telling y'all, by the time 2030 hit, you're gonna wish, just like a lot of us would have wished we would have bought Amazon stock and Microsoft and Google and Nvidia, AMD, Netflix. Like, I wish I would have bought those stocks. Apple, there we go, Apple. Everybody was wishing they bought those stocks. Well, guess what? We have another opportunity to make generational wealth. Web 3.0. Because when 2029 and 2030 hit, I can promise you this, by the time 2034 hit and 2035 hit, you're going to wish you bought more Apple, Nvidia, Tesla. All these companies that's invested into the AI world. Crypto going to be mainstream in 2029, 2030. They're laying the groundwork down right now. All the infrastructure bill about to get passed, the Clarity Act, that's about to get passed. The CFTC, stablecoin bill been passed. Bitcoin got ETFs. Ethereum about to get Ethereum got ETFs. Solana got an ETF. Chainlink got an ETF. XRP gonna get an ETF. Doge gonna get an ETF. Sui gonna get an ETF. Avalanche gonna get an ETF. That's hedge funding. That's hedge fund money. Hedge fund money. That means old money. You know, that's the traditional money. Is going to get into crypto. And there's an opportunity to create a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm leaving here with something in 2026. I'm trying to get 6 figures in 2026. Just crypto alone. I don't know about y'all. Just saying. I'm giving y'all some insight because y'all know me. I know y'all. Whatever you can put into crypto and stocks, start doing it. Robinhood, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, whatever asset manager platform you can get in, just start buying the big dogs. Because yesterday's prices are not today's prices. You're going to see that in a couple years. In a couple years, you're going to tell yourself, dang. Because let me tell you right now, I'm an IT. I used to work with crypto in 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. I actually bought Bitcoin in 2012, 2013. When it was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, the first three. I bought Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. I'm going to let y'all know a little secret. I bought those three. I even bought Facebook when it was $28. Not mine. Not mine. I bought Facebook when it was $28. I bought Bitcoin when it was under $100. I bought Ethereum when it was cheap. I bought Litecoin when it was cheap. Guess what? I got impatient with Facebook. I sold Facebook at $34. Had no patience. I don't even know what happened to my Bitcoin. It was on Shell Builder. If anybody remembers Shell Builder, I had a Shell Builder. It was Shell Builder had an app. I had Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Got rid of those. I sold Ethereum. I sold Litecoin. I sold my Bitcoin. Yep. Because I got impatient. I was young. Or younger. And then I came back into crypto in 2017. Coinbase. Yep. I came back into crypto in 2017 when Bitcoin was $12,000, $14,000, $5,000. Came back into crypto. My goofy ASS, I put $283 into Coinbase in 2017. If I would have put the money I got into crypto now, if I'd have put that in 2017, millionaire. Because I would have bought Ethereum and Bitcoin. I would have bought Solana when it was 2 cents. Less than a cent, less than a penny. And then when 2020 hit, I didn't take it serious. That's when COVID hit. And that's when crypto had the boom, the euphoria, the mania. That's when Doge went from like less than half of a penny to 70 cents. Shiba Inu. Solana went from, I think, $5 to $260. Ethereum went from under $100 to $3,000. Exactly. Buy the big dogs. Buy the blue chip crypto, the blue chip stocks. I promise you. Go back and look at the history. When in doubt, zoom out. Go look at the history. Go look at Apple when it was cheap. Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Cisco, Cloudflare, Lockheed Martin, all those things were cheap. Go buy those right now. You're gonna be like, damn, but guess what? Those prices you see now will not be the same prices in 2029, 2020, I can promise you that. I'm in IT. I am a cyber guy. I am a cloud guy. I can promise you right now, the prices you see right now in crypto and stocks will not be the same in 2029 and 2030. You want to talk about generational wealth? You better get ahead of the game. Because all them folks that jumped on the Web 2.0, the Microsofts, the Cisco's, the Apple at the beginning, and Nvidia at the beginning, those guys are, and women are millionaires. And we got another chance. It's always a money transfer every so many decades. And we're here again. Money transfer is happening right under our nose. Look, I talk about the Bucs all the time. But see, I'm giving y'all another world of me. I'm letting y'all know. I'm gonna be the first to tell y'all. Y'all know me, I'm an IT. I'm in the tech world. I can promise you this. I missed Web 2.0. I missed buying Facebook and Amazon, you know what I'm saying, and Google and Apple when it was dirt cheap. Here we go again, 25 years later. Another industry is coming up from scratch. The bills are getting passed. Stablecoin bill. The Clarity Act about to get approved maybe this month. And when the Clarity Act get approved, we already got quantitative easing. They got rid of quantitative tightening, QT. Now we in quantitative easing. They're going to approve the Clarity Act. They got the stablecoin bill. They got ETFs inflows and outflows. Some of the blue chip, any crypto that gets an ETF, that's a blue chip. Let me put y'all on some game real quick. Any crypto that gets an ETF, you know, QQQ, QQQM, VOO, VUG, VTI, you know, the ETFs that make a lot of money. Any crypto that get an ETF, you better be buying it. You better be buying it. XRP got an ETF. There's a long list of cryptos that are getting an ETF, and those are going to be the blue chips. Buy them now. That's like buying Facebook at $28. Facebook stock is over $100. Doge is about to get an ETF. Dogecoin, they'll get ETF. They're on the list to get approved. Cardano, yep. Athena, XRP got an ETF already. Grayscale, BlackRock, follow the money. I'm trying to put y'all on game. Don't tell me nothing when I don't floss my stuff. I don't floss. But you trust me, because I don't tell you what I got. I'll give you some hints. But pay attention. A couple years from now, you're gonna be kicking yourself in the goddamn butt talking about, I remember Buckles Locker was talking about even Bitcoin at $90,000. At one point, Bitcoin was $17,000. Did you know Solana was $12 in 2022? Solana is over $100 right now. That was the bear market. And now that institutions are investing money, Bitcoin and Ethereum and all those coins, tokens, they will not drop as bad. Remember, in the bear market, stuff drops like 50%, 60, 70, 80%. But now you got pensions and hedge funds and sovereign funds around the world. Money is in crypto, in stocks. So you won't get that big drop off that you usually see in the bear market. See, bear market, we're supposed to be starting the bear market in 2026, but because of institutional investing, the bull market has been delayed until 2026. January 2020, mark my words, January 2026 to May 2026. That's your first wave to get some good wop. If you can put 4 figures, 3 figures, 4 figures, 5 figures, or 6 figures in crypto, I can promise you this. In my 2026, January to May 1st, 2026, that's going to be the first window. And there's going to be a cool off. This is just theory. This might happen. I'm not saying it's going to guarantee. Don't listen to me, but this is what I'm doing. My money's already in crypto, in stocks. It's been in there. But I'm telling you right now, if things go the way they're supposed to go, January 2026 to May 2026 will be your first big jump. It's going to be a cool off in the summertime. It's going to pick back up September 2026 to December 1st, 2026. All I'm going to say, we're going to come back next year in May. I'm like, I told you. I told you. You think all this money going into crypto for no reason? You think all these hedge fund asset managers are putting money into crypto? States becoming Bitcoin reserves and all that? It's a ripple effect. First is Bitcoin, all the money going into Bitcoin. States, Bitcoin reserve, and all this, all this going on with Bitcoin. But guess what happens? Okay, so what's after Bitcoin? Ethereum. Then, okay, now that Ethereum is going, okay, what's after Ethereum? Solana. What's up with the Solana thing? Remember, every coin pretty much has an ecosystem. Bitcoin has an ecosystem. Ethereum has a big ecosystem. Solana got a big ecosystem. Sui got an up-and-coming ecosystem. XRP got an ecosystem. Cardano got an ecosystem. Remember, the Bitcoin the bigger coin, the face of the ecosystem. Let's use Ethereum. Ethereum is going to make the money. Then all that money Ethereum makes is going to flow down to the other coins in the Ethereum ecosystem. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to put y'all on game. Don't listen to me. You ain't got to listen to me. I'm just saying. Nothing is a loss until you sell. I'm trying to put y'all on game, man. Oh, I'm in the red. See, I'm in the red. But guess what? It's only in the red if you sell. I'm not selling. Y'all think they putting all this money into crypto for no reason? Y'all think Fidelity and Charles Schwab and all these other asset managers they're actually selling crypto on those platforms? Robinhood. Y'all think Robinhood putting crypto on their platform, on their application for no reason? Cash App. You can buy crypto on Cash App. PayPal. Invest in the PayPal. Robinhood. You can buy crypto on Robinhood. Go get the Robinhood app. A lot of platforms, Walmart is about to allow crypto crash transactions. Walmart. So y'all didn't notice about Bucco's Locker. Y'all didn't notice about Bucco's Locker. But I'm going to help y'all out. I ain't going to let y'all fall. I'm going to take y'all with me. I'm telling y'all. I'm giving y'all some insight about Bucco's Locker. Y'all didn't know I was into crypto and stocks like that. But I'm going to take y'all with me. I ain't going to let y'all down. I'm not going to withhold information and let y'all fall. I'm telling you, man. Robinhood got a ton of crypto that you can buy on there. Yes. Don't believe me? You ain't got to believe me. You ain't got to believe me. You think they selling crypto for shits and giggles? Yeah, all right. Y'all think they selling crypto for shits and giggles on Robinhood? Fidelity? Charles, for all these asset managers, okay. You ain't gotta believe me. SoFi, MBIS, HIMS, AMD. You ain't gotta believe me. Uphold, that's another app. They selling crypto. You better start buying crypto right now. You're gonna regret it. Crypto.com, Phantom Wallet, Base Wallet. All these people start. I'm telling you, Walmart start. I'm telling you, crypto will become a part of your everyday life. McDonald's. I'm trying to tell y'all, wait for a couple more years. See, right now, crypto ain't mainstream yet. It's getting there. But when crypto become mainstream, you're going to wish you would have bought some. I'm telling you, the minute they start selling crypto, the minute that you can start buying things with crypto at Walmart, everyday use, you're going to be like, damn. Ain't going to catch me with my pants down. I'm on it already. Can't tell me nothing. The time is to buy now. Yesterday's prices would not be tomorrow's prices. I'm already on it. If you can put I'm telling you, $5,000 now will not be $5,000 in 2030. I can tell you that much. You will be in the green. You will be in the green. $5,000 right now, $2,500 in stocks and $2,500 in crypto. You'll be in the green. If you don't believe me, zoom out on the charts. Zoom out. Buy on red days and hold. Hold. Hodl. Anyway, let's get to some football talk. Enough of that. I ain't gonna talk your head off about crypto and stocks. I'm just trying to put y'all on game. But you ain't gotta believe me. I'm watching the Bucs and Saints game right now. I'm telling y'all, January 2026, it's gonna get nice. First, matter of fact, I'll make it easy. First quarter 2026. Watch. Remember, Bitcoin was $81,000 a couple of weeks ago. Now it's back up to $90,000. At one point, it was $126,000. Now it went down to 90. You were in a great accumulation buy zone. The Bucs special team is so bad. Let's talk about the Bucs. Yeah, I think Edith's going to hit 5,000. So let me ask you the question. What's the issue for the Bucs? Give me the issue in order. I'm going to put it in the chat. You rank these issues from top to bottom. However you want to put them in order. I'm going to put them in the chat. Whatever order you want to put them in. Well, McCollum's fortunate on that one because Olave gets him beat off the line. First he goes to inside release and then he snaps over the top. That's what Olave was looking for at the end of the play. That tug in the middle of the route. Yeah, put him in order. Put them in order. Tell me which ones. Rank them from 1 to 5. Give me your order of what's the issue with the Bucs. End the story. So I put it in the chat. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to pin this to the top. Put this in order. Rank them from 1 to 5. 1 being the worst, and number 5 being the least of the issues. Put them in order. I want to see them in the chat. Put them in order. I'm watching the Bucs and Saints game right now. I want to see the order. Give me the list. Give me your list. And be more interactive with you guys. I'm gonna put you guys to work. Then I'm gonna open up the chat and the locker room up in a little bit. I just want to get past this. Put them in order. Give me your order. All right, we got one right here. Give me your order. So, Rip, you the first up, buddy. You know what I'm talking about? If you want to come in the locker room, you can talk about this, your list. And I want to hear you. I want to hear your reasoning behind your list. If you're welcome to join the locker room to talk about, Rip, you want to get in since you was the first one? You want to talk about, I'll give you a little window that you can like tell me why that's your order. Matter of fact, I'll do it like this. Give everybody put their list down, and I'm gonna go through each one of y'all. I'm going to invite you into the locker room, and I want you to give me your thoughts on why your list is that way. And I'm gonna give you an opportunity to tell everybody in the Bucs community why you put it in that order. Rip, you want to be the first one? So everybody, make sure you put your list, and I'm going to pick out people that got their list. I'm going to bring you on, and I want you to tell me why that was your order. I'm going to be a lot more interactive in these next couple of weeks. I'm going to put y'all to work, and I want you, when I put you to work, I want you to come on here and tell me. I want to learn something from you guys. Okay, Rip, let's go. You the first one. If you participate, you come into the locker room today. Participation, you can come into the locker room one-on-one. We're not doing 5, we're doing one-on-ones today. But it's going to be, a window. So, Rip, you the first one. Click on the link, and if you got your list up, click on the link. Wait in the waiting room. You got your list up there. Get into the waiting room. One-on-ones. Why is that your order? And then whatever you put on there, I'm going to put it on the screen, and I want you to tell me why that's your order. Why is number 1 the worst, and why number 5 is the least worst? They're all bad, but come on, Rip. You the first one. You got the first dibs, Rip. And if you got your list up, click on the link and just hold on tight in the waiting room. And I'm going to bring you on one by one. Yesterday we did the group thing. Today is one-on-one. That's the list. We're not going to veer off of that. That's the 5 things right there. First down. All right, here we go. Hold on, Rip. Hold on a second. Let me get myself together. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
All right. So you the first, man. How you doing, man?
Doing good. How about you, man?
I'm good, man. Just got back from, eating some food and just got done eating some food and watching the Bucs versus Saints game, interacting with you guys. I told you I was coming back on. We're running it back today, man. I told you. You know what I'm saying? And I want to try something different today, some one-on-ones. And I gave a list out there, and I got this from I took a screenshot. Somebody posted it out there on, I think, on Facebook in the comment, and I thought this would be a good conversation amongst the Buckles Locker community. And I said, hey, let me think about this little list here. And I'm gonna put it out to you guys, and you tell me what you believe is the worst and the least worst, basically. So the floor is yours. Tell me why you have Jason Light at number 1, Swiss Cheese Defense number 2, Todd Bowles number 3, Baker at 4, and Grizzard at 5. Here you go.
I said Light at 1 because Light drafts the players. I mean, like, if you don't get good players, you're not gonna get good play.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it's Swiss cheese because the players aren't good. I mean, there's no other reason to say. Three Bulls. I say that because he doesn't change his defense.
Mm-hmm.
No adjustments, no nothing whatsoever. So he just blitzes most of the time. Even though we played man or no, not man, zone against the Falcons, even though it still did not work, he just kept doing what he did. For Baker, it's just that like you've been in the league since 2018, and like you're still making poor decisions. Like you are like a rookie quarterback, 2-year quarterback, and it's just like not it right now. Like, and five, Grizzard, he's a first year OC. Can't really give him too much blame, but yeah, just be smarter. On that second down and third down, you pass it, but not run it to try to chew out the clock. That's not smart football.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I appreciate it, Rip. You telling me why you believe the choices, the order that you gave me, and the choices that was available, and you put them in order in what you believe is the worst and the least worst. We're going to see how many people put Jason Light at number 1 or 2. This is going to be interesting. But I appreciate you, Rip, for coming on here and letting me know your thoughts on these issues, because all 5 of these are issues. Whether people want to believe it or not, all 5 are issue. I want everybody to understand that part. This is the choices that you have. Put them in order from 1 to 5. 1 being the worst, and number 5 being the least of your concern. And you're gonna do what Rip did, and you're gonna explain to me why you believe your order makes sense. But I shout out to Rip. Appreciate you, the first one to come in and participate.
No problem, man.
All
Nice
right, man.
being here, man.
No problem. We got next up, we got Big Buck. Let me get your list up here. All right, let me see. Let me find your list. Oh, where's your list at, Big Buck? Did you got a list, man? I don't see a list. I must have missed it. Let me see if I can find it. I gotta find it. Let me see. Let me go back up. No, I don't see your list, Big Buck. Oh, you edited it. Oh, okay. Let me. I gotta find it. Is this the one you edited right here? You gotta have all 5. Is this the one right here, Big Buck? I gotta see your list. That's the rules today. I need all 5, 1 to 5. Put them in order. Put them in order. Once you got your order set, you can come into the locker room. This is your choices right here. All right, who's 6 rings? Which one are you? Let me put your list up. Which one's your list? Your order. Give me your order, basically. Who's 6 rings? And then once you give me your order, 1 to 5, 1 being the worst, and number 5 being your least concerned. Once you give me that, I can bring you in the locker room. 6 rings. Which one are you? Bucket with your girl. Give me your list. Give me your order. This is the choices right here. 1 being the worst. Number 5 being the least of your concern. Tom Brady 7 rings. 3. What is 3? Who is 6 rings? I'm trying to figure out, like, gotta give me the name. Like, make sure you let me know, you know what I'm saying, like, who you are. I know who Big Bucks is. I'm just waiting on him to get his list together. I need all 5. I need all 5. Give me all 5 in order, 1 to 5. I need all 5 listed. Not 2, not 3. I need all 5 ranked in order, worst to your least concern. That's the choices that you see on the screen. Put them in order. Can we get this going? Let's get this going now. It's not hard, folks. Come on now. 6 rings. Who? What? Which one are you? Okay. Okay. So once you got your list together, you can click on the link and come into the locker room and explain. You have a window to explain why you believe that's the major problem, and then your least concern is number 5. Okay, I see Bucket with your girl, Boy Wonder. Like anybody that's putting their list up, you can click on the link to into the locker room waiting area, and I'll bring you on. I'm waiting on Big Bucks to give me his entire list in order. Well, not in order, but once again, from worst to least concern. Your most concern to your least concern. All right, we got King Cook. I think King Cook did his list. Let me scroll back up and find him. I know he did his. Let me see. I'm gonna bring y'all one-on-one. All right, let me scroll down a little bit. Did King Cook do his list? Let me see. Come on, King Cook. You're missing a couple guys. You're missing a couple. You only got 3. Oh, you got 4. You got 4. You're missing one. You got to put them in order. This is the choices, man. Come on, guys. You know how this works. We're doing some one-on-ones today. Put this in order. Number 1 being your most concerned, and number 5, your least concerned. Once you got the order, click on the link and tell me why you believe that's your most concerning matter with the Bucs and your least concerning matter. Come on, guys. You guys can do it. Oh, there we got King Cook. But King Cook gotta get it right. Gotta get it right, King Cook. That's the choices. I need all of them. You got Bucket with your girl. She got the list right. You can come in the locker room if you want to, Bucket with your girl. Tom Brady 7 rings. You're missing one. Night Dream. You can come in. Cody Russell. That's not it, man. That's your choices. Your choices is right there on the screen. I didn't say nothing about O-line. Your choices is right there. Okay, Bucket with your girl. I see your list correctly. Let me get your list up right quick. Come on, guys. It ain't hard. Put them in order. Bucket with your girl. What's up, man? What's up?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing outstanding this evening, man. I see your list ranked from the worst to the least, least concerned, the most concerned to the least concerned. Explain to me and everybody why you ranked it like this. Let's go.
Well, I ranked it like this because the defense just cannot execute. They cannot get any pressure on the quarterback. Also, I was kind of looking at the game too. I'm looking at our pass rushers, and it seems like they're just not utilizing any pass rush moves. It just seems like they're just moving forward and trying to get through instead of doing any type of specialty. The defense has given up. I'd seen on Twitter yesterday. I can't off the top of my head give exact numbers, but they've given up an absurd amount of yards and touchdowns in the past couple weeks. And I don't
Absolutely.
think that that's championship football.
Mm-hmm. And number 3?
Grizzard?
Yes, y'all want. I want you to like each one of them. Go through your order. Each one of them and tell me why you got them right there.
2, I have Bowles there because Bowles calls to defense. We've always known with him, his situational football awareness is not always the best, especially even as a head coach. His time management has not been great, and he even went out of his way early this year. He said he hired somebody to help with that, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't see how it helped him, especially in this Atlanta game with the down and distance the offense was in when it was
Right.
third and whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta had no timeouts. Grizzard, the offense. I mean, they came out and said that this is the same offense that thrived last year. I believe they were ranked number 4. It just had new wrinkles in it, but I just don't see the same type of offense that it was a little bit. I know we've had injuries along the offensive line, but I don't think it should have been that much of a drop off, especially in the middle of the season and coming off a bye week. I don't think that should be any type of excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Mayfield, like you said yesterday, um, he's not bad. He can be good in spots. It's just sometimes he just can't make those throws, and he can be predictable at times. And instead of just going for the check down, he just tries to do too much. Or even when he's trying to get sacked and trying to get out of him when he should just go down. You know what I mean? So he has to get better in that. Light, I put him last because at the end of the day, he's not on the field, but he is. He does hire the coaches and players, but I mean, other than that, you can't really do too much.
Okay. And you got light at number 5.
Yeah.
Why?
Light, I put at number 5. I mean, he's not too much of a concern for me. Like, I view the players on this team and the coaching as a major issue than I do Light. I know we talked about him as a GM and what his record was pre Tom Brady and post Tom Brady. Also, that has to improve. But I think they're still kind of holding on to that in order to improve. So we'll see how the offseason goes and what direction they want to put this team in.
Okay. Shout out to Bucket with your girl. I appreciate you coming in and letting everybody know what your thoughts on your most concerning matter to your least concerning matter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm doing one-on-ones today because I want to get everybody like one-on-one. And I appreciate you coming in and into the locker room and shedding some light on what you believe is the most concerning matter to you to the least concerning matter with the choices that are right there. Thank you for
Right.
participating. I will see you in the chat. Stick around. We still got a lot to talk about.
Alrighty.
Thank you. All right. So let me find Night Dream, which is You Wish. It's good to hear from one of my shooters. Night Dream. All right, there we go. You Wish. What's up, man? Night Dream.
What's going on, y'all? I don't know what's up with my YouTube. I don't know why I changed it to Night Dream. I think there are some changes, but it's all good. It is
It's
me though.
it's cool. So today's show is driven on mostly one-on-ones. I want everybody thoughts, their individual thoughts, without without any like outside conversation or sidebars and none of that. Just
Or
want to
jumping
get
in.
everybody on here
Yeah.
101 and because I know there was a lot going on yesterday. Yesterday was Friday, you know what I'm saying, and then trying to get the conversation in. And I know everybody had the conversation, their thoughts and all that, and there was a lot of like conflicting energy. So I was like, today I just want to do some one-on-ones with everybody. And I saw this on Facebook, this list. And I was like, I want to do it with the Pirates and Sea Bandits, the Bucs Locker Crew. And I was like, this is a good idea to get everybody here and do some one-on-ones and get your thoughts on these options and to your most concerning, to your least concerning, and tell everybody why you believe your list makes sense.
Yeah. First of all, great idea. I like it, and that's why I wanted to to come in. And then, yeah, to answer my question, the worst is it's going to start with Swiss cheese and then it goes up. Um, yeah, I just cannot say enough about our defense. I think obviously the last several years we're always missing some pieces, and it seems like it's hard to kind of come together since the Super Bowl, and
Right.
even prior to the Super Bowl. There was always just like that one area every single year where we just cannot get it together, right? So,
Yeah.
right. So we'll start with that, and then I say Grizzard fourth. Um, Based off the list, I don't think he's terrible, but I'm noticing that he cannot adjust as well. And then obviously maybe the communication between him and Baker might not be as sound as like the last two OC that we've had. And then I don't want to like throw him off too bad because obviously at the beginning of the season there was some juice. And then here and there, you can see plays that are opened up, and then it kind of just falls into Baker. So it's just like miscommunication, and sometimes other things and whatnot plays a role. So we got him at 4. Bose at 3. I'm just gonna be real. Bose is not terrible, but he's not the best. I see him as like maybe above the middle of the pack, but not again like maybe like top 15, but not top 10. You know what I mean? So somewhere around there. So I do like his strategy. I like the idea that he doesn't have to be like everybody else. It's kind of like a Tony Dungy, right? Where he doesn't really have like so much attitude. He doesn't have to yell at his players, but when it does happen, it did. The post conference, he kind of went off, right? So you could tell that he wants to win. It's just he has his own character. I don't blame him for that. To each their own when it comes to their opinions about him. But I still think he's a great he's not a great, sorry. I still think he's a good coach. He can get things right. He can, he does help draft good. I think some of his picks on defense, it's not 100% great, but I think it does help and elevate the team better. But either way, I digress on that. So that's him on, who was that, 3?
So you had Swiss cheese 1, Swiss cheese defense number 1. You had Grizzard number 2. You got Bowles 3. You got Baker 4 and Light 5.
All right, so we got Baker. I think Baker is the second least concerned because, again, for the most part, in the beginning of the season, he was great. And then he just, he started to, run like a dog, and he got hurt, So I think his shoulder, much like in Cleveland, and that rolled over to, the Panthers and the Rams, he couldn't play well or 100%. So that's probably why, like in the middle of the season, he wouldn't run. And then obviously you can still see the tapes on his arms and stuff. So it's not fully healed. But I mean, I still think he's promising. He does elevate our team better than any other quarterback that was in free agency. I mean, truth be told, maybe not. I don't know, Daniel Jones, but nobody was going to bank on him. But outside of that, he was our better quarterback that we could pick. And it's kind of hard to pick a quarterback in the draft too, especially if you go to the playoffs. So there's that. And then Jason Light, probably everyone's going to chew me out on this, but I think for the most part, he keeps us present. I know we have our emotions when it comes to, like just every season, but he does hit a lot and he does miss a lot. And it's not the worst. In my opinion, I do want him to, kind of be a little more aggressive in free agency, but I think he does heavily rely on his staff to, pick the draft and then, help the team. And what's cool about it is that we're getting homegrown team players, right? Like everyone's from the draft damn near. So rather than, again, picking up Tom Brady, which no one can really appreciate, everyone will say that he will always be a Patriot. And we can say that if we pick up other players for free agency. So it's kind of nice to have homegrown players from the draft in our team and kind of represent Tampa since the beginning. But it's kind of hard. I don't want to put too much blame on him because he can't control the field. So there's that. That's why it's my list, and I hope it's pretty good.
It's a pretty good list, man. Good breakdown too. This is what I want to hear from. See, you wish he sets the tone, right? When I bring you on and you have your list, it's okay to break it down and go through it. Nobody's going to judge you off your list. So you wish you did a great job on with your list and put it in order and giving a legit explanation. Bucking with your girl, Rip. You guys done a great job so far with your list, and you stand on it. It's no. This is not a competition. This is not like, oh, you dumb. No, it just what you see with the state of the Bucs. Just tell me your least concern to your worst concerning matter to your least concerning matter. And this is all we're doing today, because there's a lot of emotions going on right now. 2 bad losses in a row. I'm watching the Saints game right now as we talk, so I can just basically dialogue with you. And I don't want to take up too much of your time because I want you to go through the list and basically tell me why. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, Wish, man, one of my shooters. We go way back.
Yeah, too far back.
Original. He's original. So don't mess with him. You mess with him, you mess with me.
But I still have my disagreements, but hey, teach their own, to be honest with you. But I do look forward to hearing everybody else.
If anybody bothering you, you can let me know. And,
no, it's all good. I can hold you down.
I got you. Just make it show.
I bet.
Shout out to you, man. All right, who's next? You wish one of my riders, man. We go way back to 17, man. He was at the beginning. I know we've had our little, but we don't let that get, because we understand football. We don't let the emotions take control of the relationship that was built from 2017. So that's why certain people, I'm just like, we good. It's football talk. All right, so who's next? All right, Big Buck, are you ready? All right, there you go. One of my other OGs, man. Big Buck, man.
What's happening, man? How y'all doing?
You got it right, man. You got it right.
So let me say this. Let me start by asking you this question. Everybody that's in the chat and listening, name one GM that's been in this Jason Light's position and has went through 4 coaches. Name one GM that's hired 4 head coaches. Can you think of any? I mean, I can only think of one, but that's a outlier, and his name is Jerry Jones.
Well, he's a headstrong GM/owner, so he's going to be.
Yeah, that's why he's the outlier. But any other GM in his position would have been gone. You get 2 head coaches, and that's it. But the reason why I have Jason number 1 is because he's been here since 2014 to now. I'm sorry, he missed on the whole draft. Then you watch for several years, never address gaping holes. Like I remember starting out listening to you. The whole talk was the offensive line. That's all it was. Never truly addressed it. And I get everybody gonna try to say, well, he had Ali Marpet and Donovan Smith, but I mean, the line still wasn't good because you added those 2 in. I mean, Donovan was okay. He had a streak. His only thing that kept him good was his availability. Ali Marpet, he was good. Once he got paid, Ali walked away. I mean, I think it was more to than that. I think it was more to it with his retirement than what it was, but we'll never know. But I just feel like he waits too late to address issues. And the reason I say that is because, I mean, if you look at Jason and Lovie Smith together, you wanted to run the ball, but your line was just, you were banking on 2 rookie linemen and some overpaid veterans that were not good. And that's supposed to be his expertise, offensive line. And what was that lineman we signed? Like I can name 2, the 2 linemen he signed in free agency, 2 guards, Carl Nix and Swaggy. What's his name? Jay.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Both of them, when they signed the contracts, they had some kind of injury, season-ending surgery. But you mean to tell me y'all didn't find this before you signed them? Like, aren't they required to have a physical? I mean, and they said these were existing injuries because J.R. Sweezy, he had a back issue and you still signed him. And then, that hurt 2016. So that's my issue with Jason Light. I mean, I'm sorry. You take a luxury pick at 19 and get a receiver. Don't get me wrong, that's good. And I understand that everybody was hyped about the pick, but we had more dressing needs. Like your defense was just, it was just no. You like, there's no way he can sit there and say, reviewing the tape, that he was fine with that defense coming into 2025. There's no way he can sit there and say, I'm good with this defense. I can make this work. And then to go ahead and extend number 27, that's like a spit in all of our faces. Like, what has he shown that he deserves an extension, and paid him pretty well? I mean, he guaranteed $30 million of that extension. What has he shown to guarantee that? So that's why I have Jason Light at 1. Number 2 is Bowles. I just felt like he was kind of an extension of BA because BA put him in that position. But I mean, you've been a head coach before. I feel like the mistakes you made the first go round and you get a second chance at it, I feel like you should learn from those mistakes. And I don't see that he's learned from those. Like, you're doing the same thing. You know, obviously, being the head coach, you can overturn or override a call on offense. If you see they need to kill the clock, get on the microphone and tell that guy that. I feel like he has no say on the offense and it's showing.
Right.
You know, I mean, and not to be funny or anything, but Dungy, Lovey, Ty, they give me the vibe they're all the same. No emotions on the sideline. I think that they're good men, and I think they can lead men, and I think they're good coaches, but I feel like just slightly their eye for talent is not where it should be at. So I think Bowles and Light, they need to have a better communication and connection as far as scouting and signing free agency. That's why I have them both at 1 and 2. Obviously, the third one is the defense. I mean, no pass rush, and I'm gonna just say Christian Barrymore, and that should just sum up the defense. You know, I mean, everybody know that. Matter of fact, every time you go live, don't I type his name in the chat?
Yeah.
I mean, now the last two, I had to flip a coin with that, but then when I really sat there and thought about it, I had to put Baker at 4. And here's the reason why. From my understanding, they kept the same offense or same scheme. So Baker's obviously familiar with it, but I don't feel like he's playing up to par. Like, he's not playing good whether he's hurt or not. Like, he's overthrowing too many balls or underthrowing them, missing too many good targets when the man is wide open. And then also, as we've talked about the last few weeks, he thinks he's more of an elusive quarterback than he is. Like, dude, if you get out the pocket, scramble a little bit. If you can get 1 or 2 yards, like, be aware of the down and distance. If it's first or second down and you get out the pocket and you got 5 yards, 6 yards of green in front of you, go ahead and get that and get down or get out of bounds and live for another down. That makes the most sense to me. But you want to try to extend the play and look long. Like, we have not even seen a play where he scrambled to his right or scrambled to his left and threw something deep. Like, we're still waiting on that. And then I also feel like, Baker, you've been in this team for 3 years. You don't have the ability to check the play at the line. Like, you mean to tell me you can't just say, hey, I'm going to check out of this play and run something else? I mean, for instance, the Atlanta game on first and second down, you mean to tell me you couldn't just check to a draw play or just a zone read just to keep the clock running? Like, I feel like he has to know that in certain situations. I think that's what great quarterbacks do. They're aware of that in those situations. And lastly, the OC, it would be my least concern. Crazy as it sounds, I'm just giving him a pass because it's his first year. Now, do I believe if you didn't have that many injuries throughout the offense, do I think maybe the play calling could be a little different? Maybe he could have gotten more of a rhythm by the time we hit the midway point. Maybe the offense could look a little different, possibly, but you know, we won't know. We just will never know. But, you know, having all the weapons back this past Thursday, you saw maybe a little bit of difference, but him refusing to continue to commit to the running game is a concern. But that's the lowest of my concern with the problems with the Bucs. So that's pretty much my list right there, how I feel about it. I mean, the GM and Bowles is 1 and 2. I mean, like you said, you can't do one without the other. And if you move on, you got to remove both and clean house if that's the direction they decide to go.
Okay. Me and Big Buck go way back to one of the originals, OGs. Shout out to Big Buck, man, coming on here and giving his breakdown from his most concerning matter to his least concerning matter with the options that's available. And like I said before, this is not one of those competition type setups. This is pretty much just giving everybody their own time frame to basically just kind of like look at the state of Bucs, look at the options, and you rank them because these are all major pieces of the team. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Big Bucks, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Don't go nowhere now. We gonna stay in the chat now. We in here.
Oh yeah, yeah. I ain't going nowhere, man.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So who's next? Who's next? We got King Cook and we got Zoe in the chat. I mean, in the waiting room. Let me go find Cody. Where is Zoe and King Cook's? Let me find y'all list here. I mean, so Zoe, King Cook, and Cody. Where is King Cook's list? Let me find his list. Or you? I see yours, King Cook, but I think you're missing. You're missing the GM. It's the GM, the head coach, Baker, Gazard, and the defense. That's the choices you got. So give me that. And Zoe, which one are you, Zoe? Are you showing up Zoe in the We got David. He just came in. So which one is your list? Give me the name. Give me the What's your list? Cody, what's your list? David, what's your list? Zoe. Yeah, don't forget the options that you do have. This is the options. Put them in order. Rank these from your most concerning to your least concerning. Once you rank them, click on the link and come in the locker room. Rank these exact options. 1 being your most concerning matter, and 5 being your least concerning matter. Come on, guys. We got more. Now I know there's more people in here, so don't be afraid. Rank these and click on the link. Because I would like to hear from you guys about the state of this team. These are 5 major pieces of the team. And I want to get you guys' thoughts on the options that's available. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. I see you in there, man. What? Give me your order and come on in the locker room and explain. Okay. King Cook, let's get you in here. King Cook, man, what's happening? What's happening with you, man?
Man, what's good with you, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, loud and clear, man. What's going on with your list here, man?
Yeah, my bad, man. I missed the rules the first time around, but I got it now though.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it goes without saying. Jason Light is the number one stunner. You know what I mean? He's missed a lot. I mean, and really, the 5 straight years. If he would have just at least hit maybe 3 out of those 5 years, then maybe our defense would have looked, a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just being able to not even get no premier players, I mean, it's no hiding it now, and I just think that was a major mistake. And people also forget that he was already on the hot seat before Brady and them got here. If we want to keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did pluck a couple of guys here and there, but again, there's no consistency in that. He really does, and bringing that meat to the table. So it was like Brady came in. Brady really kind of saved us because he was GM, and I mean, my opinion, he was GM more than Light was. So I mean, that kind of goes without saying. There, I've been kind of screaming that all year in the last couple of years, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2, the defense. I mean, look, when you miss 5 straight drafts, starting with I think we broke this down before, starting with that JTS draft and everything after that. As far as the consistency, yes, you can pluck a guy here and pluck a guy there, but it's not like you see the other contender type teams when major players get hurt and then you get those young guys to step in. It's like it ain't really no drop off. You know what I mean? And that's because guys are high IQ football players, and not only are they high IQ football players, they actually can play. So when Todd Bowles is always talking about is communication, 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 that lets me know that they don't necessarily have the high football IQ.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I don't care how exclusive Bowles' scheme is and blah blah blah, they still X's and O's, you know what I mean? And if they can't get it and apply it in a game, that's a problem, you know what I'm saying? And that comes from the guys that they're drafting and quote unquote these free agents. And when they are signing guys, besides the Brady era, they're not splash players. They're not premier splash players. But besides JPP and I guess Shaq Barrett. Now Shaq Barrett kind of turned out to be what he was, but coming in, you wasn't looking at a Shaq Barrett as okay, a Miles Garrett or a TJ Watt or something like that. You know what I mean? So defense is what it is. And like I said, with Grizzard and Bowles, I'm not really too hard on Grizzard and Bowles like that, just because this is Bowles' or excuse me, this is Grizzard's first time around, and you're not really gonna be able to get no experience until you're actually thrusted in the mold. You thrusted in the moment, and that's just generally how he's gonna have to get it. He didn't come up in a system where like your boy Liam, who had at least Liam had the SEC. Grizzard don't really got that, you know what I'm saying? So the only way he's gonna get the experience, and you gotta throw him in the fight. So hopefully, if he does stick around this off season, he'll be able to go back, dissect the tape, kind of do things a little bit different, see it from a different vantage point. Maybe he'll get around certain OCs who got skin in the game and they can kind of, break him off some tips or whatever. So I'm not really holding him to the fire like that just because, he's not really experienced. But, he got thrusted in it, so he's doing the best he can. You know what I'm saying? We can't expect him to be Liam. We can't expect him to be Canales or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Bowles, my opinion on Bowles is going to be totally unpopular than maybe everybody in Buccaneers Nation. To me, I'm not even gonna blame. I'm not saying he doesn't get any blame, but shit, for the black head coach, excuse my language, man, shoot, let's get him some premier athletes, and then let's make a true assessment. The man ain't never really had no premier besides the great that when we won the Super Bowl, JPP and Sue and all them guys. Those guys were already established before they came over, and you see what he was able to do with that. That defense looked totally different. Everybody was flying around, dudes was in their prime, making plays. If we can get that the second time around, starting with the draft, whether it's one draft, maybe two drafts, getting those premier guys, right? When we look at the tape and we say, okay, that's the guy we need, the Pierce Jr. or whoever the tall safeties, like you say, or the man-to-man corners, the Will Johnsons, all those type of guys. When he can get those guys on his defense, then that's when I think we can make the true assessment. But when he's dealing with, like you said, a 5'9" Winfield Jr., you know what I'm saying? He's dealing with it now. Tyke Smith, he's looking like he's turning the corner a little bit, but so did Antoine Winfield Jr. at one point, and look what he's looking like now. You see what I'm saying? So when he's able to get the Vitas out the way, get all these homeboy hookups out the way, all these contracts, just get all this stuff out of the way. Shout out to Levante David. We all love him. But this was another game where he just doesn't have it anymore. You know what I mean? And it's no disrespect, but we need to be able to get a linebacker who can chase Bijan around the field all game long. You know what I'm saying? Or at least be in his hip pocket. The reason why the tight ends, everybody's they're screaming about the tight end being so wide open in the field because who is used to always guarding the tight end for it? Levante David. You know what I'm saying? And Levante David can't necessarily do that all football game anymore. We already know what Savasi Dennis. He's a wishy-washy, here, there, here, sometimes he's not, sometimes he is, but we need those impact guys. When I'm looking at Texas Tech, when I'm looking at Georgia, when I'm looking at Bama in these bowl games, like them dudes was flying around sideline to sideline. That's the type of guys we need. So when it comes to his scheme and he wants to have all these exotic blitzes, but we can still play man coverage. We can still drop in zone. We can still do all these things that we're used to seeing in his defense. He can't do that with a Logan Hall who doesn't get penetration. He can't do that with a Anthony Nelson who can't set the edge, and Bijan Robinson just literally jogs into the end zone. You see what I'm saying? Games and all these other dudes. Like, what is he supposed to do with that? So when I'm looking at it from a whole, there's a lot of things that's going on, but as long as Jason Light is still drafting these potential guys, these project guys, these great attitude, and I'm not gonna be one of the ones who necessarily got to say the attitude thing is that big of a deal. And yeah, it plays a role in a certain players or whatever. But to me, it's the football IQ and who can apply it on the field. And it don't necessarily always have to be the play that's drawn up. Sometimes players just gotta go make a play. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't have those guys or the majority of those guys on our team, we're just gonna kind of always be in this mold. You know what I'm saying? And I just want us to get out of that mold and start making a splash. And so, like you say, this off season, if Jason Light is serious, because I said it this year, if we go back and check whatever one of those lives, I said, yo, this trade deadline is gonna let us know how serious our team is about winning. And Jason Light didn't make one move. And when he didn't make one move, I'm just like, yo, that could potentially be the downfall. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha, man.
So
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to get your take on it, and and it's a good breakdown that you give on your how you rank the most concerning matters, your least concerning matters. I mean, everybody can go and we can get up to the granular level and nitpick on particular things, but this particular conversation was basically kind of like an aftermath of what has transpired the last 2 weeks. But it's from a season perspective, a season
mhm.
perspective. What you've given, yeah, we can go into that world and talk about draft picks and all that. But this was more about the last two games, and the title was the Bucs are a total mess at this point,
Oh yeah.
and the aftermath, the loss against the Falcons, and really the last 2 weeks. That's why I put this list out here because I saw it earlier in a Facebook conversation. I thought it would be a great idea based on to get everybody feel right now in the
Okay.
now, and
Okay.
we're gonna get into where you're going with it. You know what I'm saying, which is no problem, but that's a different conversation. But I appreciate you giving me your options. I mean your order on based on the options
Yeah.
because I can put more options on here. I can make a multiple list. I can get down
Okay.
to the players. You know what I'm saying, and we can really
Hmm.
dive into that. We can get down to the draft class order. You know what I'm saying, like like you're
Right.
referring to.
Right. Right. Right.
And I'll do that. Matter of fact, since you brought this up, I will bring it down to the draft class order. Rank your worst draft class to your best draft, or your best draft class to your worst draft class. And I'll make a video on that. And I'm pretty sure you'll be
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. 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 I definitely do my research on that, and because I'm kind of interested to just kind of go back and just look at all those draft picks and just see if I'm gonna rank all of it, because I think Jason, like, he been down with us for about 10, 11 years now. So all them draft picks, I'm gonna rank them in my order, and then, like you said, whenever that subject comes up, then we'll come back and tackle it then.
Gotcha. Shout out to King Cook coming in to the locker room, man. Appreciate your insight and your knowledge, man.
Wait, man, I appreciate you having me on as always, bro.
No problem. All right, who we got next? We got Cody, David, Zoe. Zoe, you made a list. Jay Ledge, I see you. Matter of fact, I seen you in there. Let's get you in here, Jay, because you've been in here getting it in. I want to see what I want to hear what Jay got to say. Right quick. I see y'all. I see Zoe. I see you. So Jay, you are what? JL's 3036. Let's get you in here. Is this you, Jay, right here? Oh, let's get him in here. Is he in here? Jay, what's up, man? Hello? Jay, you ready? I guess not. Let's let that jaw root. Are we ready? I guess not. He not ready. You wish he not ready. All right, who next? Zoe, is that you? Is this Zoe? This is you? No, I know this is not you. This is the. Let me see. That's Mr. Merritt, right? Let me see. Where's Merritt list at? So who am I? Who got their list ready? Who got their list ready? Is that you, Zoe? Let's get Zoe here. Zoe, that's you right here?
Yes, that's me.
Shout out to Zoe, man. I see you in here, man. You going in too. Jake, a couple other guys going in with their list too. So yeah, let's hear it, man. You know,
Okay.
You've heard some you've seen and heard some of the other Bucs fans about the most concerning matter to the least concerning matter. I want to keep it in context here. We're talking about right now, like the last 2 weeks. What is the most concerning matter and the least concerning matter?
Well, the number one concerning matter is Gazar. That's what I'm concerned about. Well, no, not Gazar, but the number one is Gazar. Because the reason why I feel like it's concerning with Gazar is because he never really had much experience with the play calling. And then you look at Baker now, it's like he's nervous, and it's like he's not himself. Because last season, if you watch Baker was never looking to the sideline. Baker was, comfortable, always, just throwing it downfield, you know what I'm saying? Never, extending the play too long. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm letting you talk. I'm not trying to, jump in and jump in. I'm letting you guys have your one-on-one. This is your floor.
Yes, sir. And the second concerning thing is Bowles. Not Bowles, but Lynch. And I'm concerned with him is because like we could have had a good whole draft and he messed that up. And then it's like you got Vita Vea and Levante David out here, like you wasted all their good years because you didn't get no talent surrounding them to build around them. And it's like Vita Vea, he's still a good player, but it's gonna wear him down eventually, him getting double team. Like, I love that man. I got so much respect for that man because, you know what I'm saying, he was a part of that ring, you know what I'm saying, we got. So it's just ridiculous to see. And then you got Levante David is catching up to him because he's been playing so much the last couple of years. And then it's crazy. A lot of people don't recognize, but after that 2020 season, 2022 season, when Pierre Paul, I believe that was when Pierre Paul left. Was that when Pierre Paul left?
Yeah, his last season was 2021.
2021. Well, yeah, 2021. Right after Pierre Paul left the locker room, that's when Devin White started getting cocky and all that. And that's when all that started to unravel. And then we seen what was the outcome of Devin White. And my number third thing is Baker. My number third thing is Baker.
Well, you got Gazar 1, Baker 2, Swiss Cheese 3, Light 4, and Bowles 5.
Okay, so which one we already went over Gazar. Oh, I hate him. I don't hate him, but I just wish he would have stayed on the coaching staff where he was because it's just ridiculous. Because and then it's like Todd Bowles, he's a good coach. I'm gonna get on Bowles.
Bowles, you got Bowles. You got Bowles
Yeah,
number 5. So
I got
we're
Bowles
basically
in
going
5.
down the order. So you talked about Gazard. You talked about Baker. So number 3 is Swiss cheese defense.
Okay, Swiss cheese defense. Okay, the defense, it's not looking like how it's supposed to. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's like we start out the season hot, and it's like now it's like the Atlanta fans looking at us laughing, the Panthers fans looking at us laughing. I really think we're gonna win out, but do I think we're gonna get far in the playoffs? No.
And then
I mean,
you got Light number 4. So remember now, number 4 is you're not really too concerned about the situation with Light.
yeah. Like he's a good GM. Don't get me wrong, but it's like we could have had Campbell. Like we could have been, you know what I mean? We could have had some sort of help on the outside of the defensive line. You know what I mean? Campbell could play on the outside and he can play linebacker. A lot of people don't realize that he don't just play outside linebacker. He plays middle linebacker too. He could have been, you know what I'm saying? He could have been everywhere this season helping us. You know what I'm saying? So it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That's what Todd Bowles like. But I don't believe this was Todd Bowles doing a lot on this draft because, you know, Todd Bowles loved defensive guys.
All right.
I believe that first pick was a lot with Lynch. Had a lot to do with him.
I think Jason Light. Well, he keep going. I'm not going to jump in yet.
And I feel like this draft, this upcoming draft, we just need to go straight defense. Straight defense. Because our offense, we would be fine. They just dissed with them. Godwin shouldn't even be out there, if you want me to be honest with you. He should be on a pitch count. He had 3 major lower body leg surgeries. Mike Evans probably got maybe 2 more years max in his prime. I mean, the way he's playing is like he in his prime, but he really ain't. I'm just being honest because I love them. I love the team, but I'm just being honest. And so if Godwin gonna be our future in the receiving core, we got to keep him healthy, right?
So you believe Bowles is your least concerning matter from the Saints game into the Falcons game, the state of the Bucs right now?
Yes, because this is how I feel. This is how I feel. I used to play ball. This is how I feel. And my team, we had an NFL coach, Tyrone Draper. He got a Super Bowl ring. You know what I'm saying? He's legit. You know what I'm saying? And his whole thing was, yeah, I can sit here, I can coach y'all, I can teach y'all how to do, but we can't. Us as coaches, we can't step on the field and play for y'all. Y'all got to go out there. Y'all got to want it yourselves. I got to strive. I got to grind, blood, sweat, tears. It hurted me to see Mike Evans with a collarbone not even fully healed, and this man out there putting the team on his back.
You're right. That's a good point.
Godwin out there taking hits to the lower body to put the team on his back, and he shouldn't even be out there.
So you think Bowles dropping F-bombs was legit? You think that was
yeah, I think that was legit. I think we're gonna see a whole different side of Baker. And I think Todd Bowles, a lot of people are so hard on Todd Bowles. You got to realize it's not all on Todd Bowles. A lot of people forget Todd Bowles is a great defensive minded coach. He don't got a lot of weapons like he's used to. And the GM's job is to get him his weapons. GM hasn't been getting him his weapons the last couple of years. So this year we have to defensive line. I promise you, if you get an outside, 2 outside linebackers, the rush, we would be straight with Vita Vea in the middle and Kansas. And a lot of people always talking bad about Kansas. He's undersized. Yeah, he may be a little undersized, but you got to realize he's quick. Vita Vea always draw the double team in the middle, so Kansas, that's why he always got that explosiveness to get the ball so quick. That's why you always see him in the backfield. And like you notice that in the Falcons game, we missed that because Kansas is always in the backfield. Yeah, he might not stay healthy as much, but he's always in the backfield.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good order, a list that you have right in order, and a great explanation on your reasoning on why you got your most concerning matter at 1 and your least concerning matter, which is Bowles, at 5. Shout out to Zoe. Appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And stay in the chat. We gonna be here. So
I ain't going nowhere, man. I ain't going nowhere.
we're gonna keep it going.
Oh yeah.
So who we got next? We have
You want me to leave? How do I leave this? I got to. Or you want me
I
to?
got who do we got next? Who list is next? So who we got in the waiting room here? We got Cody, we got David, and we got Mr. Merritt. So Cody, where's your list? And David, where is your list in order? The most concerning to least concerning. And if you don't remember the options, I'll put the options back in the top of the locker room box here. I need you to rank these in order, put them in the chat, and click on the link and tell me why your most concerning matter is number 1 and why your least concerning matter is number 5. And Cody, I need you to do that too. Okay? And for those of you that's just joining, if you want to get in the locker room one-on-one with me, put them in order and click on the link and I'll bring you in and you tell me why you think this is the most concerning matter with the options that you do have versus the least concerning matter at the current state of the Bucs right now. The current state. Okay. Oh, Cody had his list a long time ago. I got to go back up, huh? Okay, I got you. There we go, Cody. Because I ain't going to scroll all the way back up. You know what I'm talking about. Cody.
What up? What up?
What's happening, man?
Chilling. Just listening to the other people's opinions about what they feel is wrong or what they feel ain't right.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So your list says Light number 1, Bowles number 2, Grizzard number 3, Baker 4, defense number 5. So explain to me why you got it listed, why you got it in that order. Number 1, starting with the most concerning matter, which is Light. Why do you think he's number? Why he's?
No, I did it backwards, brother. I did it backwards then because my most pressing is defense.
Okay, so what we're doing in reverse. You got the defense at number 1, Baker 2, Grizzard 3, Bowles 4, Light at 5. So tell me why the defense is your most concerning matter right now.
Defense is most impressive. It's most pressing because if you can't stop somebody, it don't matter if you score 100 points. If you can't stop the other team from scoring, you're gonna lose 9 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they don't take the defense serious. Like they not all the way bought in on what they should be doing, when they should be doing it, and how they should be doing it. I think they more like, okay, well you got this and I got this, and we ain't worried about what they doing. It's like they not working together.
And you got Baker number 2.
So Baker, I feel like Baker is not as big a deal as the rest of it because with Baker, he'll give you a hot streak and he'll be on MVP. Hey, he's the greatest. That's cool. But we already know who Baker is. We know what Baker gonna bring to the table. Baker is being Baker. Baker is he's trying to be a superhero right now. He's trying to put the team on his back and say, hey, I got it. He's trying to do a little too much. He just needs to be Baker.
Mm-hmm. Then you have Grizzard at number 3.
I feel like Grizzard ain't putting Baker in the right position to be successful. I feel like since he's new, he doesn't really have a feel for it like the other OCs had.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like why we not running screen passes like we was doing? We was spamming Chris Godwin on the screen passes, spamming him, and I haven't seen the screen pass yet. They say he's not healthy, okay, but don't put him out there then. Put Taz out there and run the screen. Do something. He's not putting the people in position to be successful to me.
Mm-hmm. And then you have Bowles at number 4, which is basically you're not too worried about Bowles.
I I see. Here's the thing with Bowles. I I feel like he's a good defensive coordinator. Let him be the defensive coordinator. Let him dial up blitzes and do all this exotic. Let him do his thing. I wouldn't stop him from doing that. But if you the man in control and you putting people, you see them in practice and you see they can't handle this, why would you trot them out there during the game? You can't tell me that he don't see Savasiak Dennis getting burnt every day. And I know them boys is killing them on offense. I know they doing it in practice, and you still try them out there in the game, thinking, oh, well, it's gonna be different because we playing this person.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's predictable. Everybody that's watched the Bucs game know we going down the middle on them. They can't stop it. Who gonna stop it? I feel like it's Bo's fault because he put these boys in position to do what they need to do, and he ain't doing it. And I personally don't like how they do on the sidelines. Like they just have these dumb looks on their face. Like I think it was Big Buck who said that, and I was like, man, he's right. Every time they get burnt, they hurt or they. Oh man, it just looked like they don't care.
Mm-hmm. And then your least concerning matter is Jason Light. You don't think he's concerned at all right now?
In the moment, no. Overall, yes, I think he's the most concerning overall. But in the moment, no, because he can't go out. He can't make Bowles put people in position. He can't make the players make tackles. He can't. It's his fault because he picked the players and all that. It's his fault overall that we not good. But in these last 2 weeks, no, I can't say I blame Jason Light.
Mm-hmm.
Now you talking overall, that's a whole different story.
And we'll get into a whole other conversation with that. So
Yes,
that's a
sir.
whole other lane right there. I'll tell you that much. 'Cause I know a lot of people want to speak on that too.
Yes.
Shout out to Cody, man. You've been around for a while, so you know how this works. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for joining the locker room, man. Appreciate your insight and your ranking on most concerning and least concerning.
Appreciate you bringing me on the show. You be easy, bro.
No problem, man. You too. Uh, who do we got next? All right, Mr. Merright. These are the options. You got to get the options correct. Put them in order. Put these in order. I'm going to send it right to you. Put this in order. Don't go off don't change nothing. Put this in order. Number 1 being the most concerning, and number 5 is your least concerning matter right now. And let me see. Let me do David like that too. Put this in order. I need this in order. Put them in order. Put them in your own order. We're gonna get this right, guys. We gotta get it right. Put them in order. Put them in order. Put them in order. Number 1 being the most concerning. Number 5 is your least concerning matter right now. Jay, you got your mic fixed? You got yourself together, Jay? You got time? Come on now. Jay, you in there? You know, we got Mr. Merright and we got David in the waiting room, but they need to get their orders correct. But where's Jay at? And then once you get your order correct, for those of you that's coming in, feel free to click on the link and tell me why you believe in, your orders, make sense. Jay in the building. Let me get your list up. Jay in the building. Hold
Oh
on,
shit.
Jay. You got your mic together now, man?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be in so quick.
Yeah, we've been. Hey. I ain't been pushing for you, but somebody else pushed for you.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
let me get your ranking on the screen here because you posted
All
a
right.
while back. Here we go. Found you. All right, this is your list. You got Light number one, your most concerning matter. You got Bowles number two. You got Grizz number three. You got Baker at four, which is not too concerning for you. And the defense is your least concerning matter right now. Why?
Yo, you can hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right, my bad. All right, so this is the other J's list.
Oh, so
So
where's your list at? Gotta
so
find
I
it.
did mine a minute ago.
A minute ago,
It
let me go
was
back.
like when we first started, yeah.
Okay, let me take in. Okay, the other J's in. So we got two J's in the. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me. So what was your name under? What was your
Should be J Sledge.
J Sledge? All right. So
Right.
let me see. I got to scroll back up a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, I seen you earlier, J Sledge. I got to scroll back up and find you. Uh, J Sledge. Yeah, you was a while back. Yeah, you was a while back. I got to go all the way back up.
Yeah, I could freestyle it if you want me to. I think I remember what I my list.
Yeah,
If
go
you
ahead.
could
I'll
if
find
you
it, and as you go ahead and freestyle it, try to freestyle it, but I'll find it.
All right. So I know I had Bowles is number one. And the reason I have Bowles as number one is because, you know, I just think of it like anything else. He's the leader of the team. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no different than anything else in life. You know what I'm saying? Your leader is gonna be the foundation to your success. And I feel like with Bowles, I look at his demeanor, I look at the way, he reacts to certain situations during the game. I feel like in a lot of situations, I just don't see that fire and that passion, that I would expect a head coach to have, in
Mhm.
order to win. And that's my biggest thing with Bowles. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a great defensive mind. I think we can all agree on that. But there are certain times that I want to see him get fired up. In a situation where you're going into the fourth quarter, up 14 points, going against a team that, you 100% can beat, in those situations, I feel like he should have stepped up and kind of took charge and said, okay, you have the ability to do that, as a head coach. Say, let's run the ball. Let's go ahead and get this win. This is a
Mhm.
very important win for us. It's a division game. We don't have that many games left. And this was very important for us to try to secure.
Right.
And I just felt like there's a lack of, what's the word I'm looking for? Emphasis, a lack of input on his behalf as a head coach.
Right.
And there's just too many situations where I feel like he doesn't step up when he needs to. So that's my number one reason. Um, the second thing that I put on the list was the defense. So with the
Switch teams.
defense,
Yeah, I got it. I got you right here. I found you.
okay, yeah. So the defense, I mean, we all know it's football. If you don't have a defense, they always say ever since, the beginning of time. I played football when I was young, played in high school. If you don't have a defense, you're not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? So that's just as clear as it gets. Our defense, you said it perfectly. Swiss cheese defense. Way too many holes. Teams know our patterns at this point. They're attacking us the same way. The middle has been open every single week. That's how we lost to the Saints. That's how we lost to the Falcons. They kept hitting Kyle Pitts right in the middle. There was no change to that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we're gonna do that over and over again, we're gonna keep getting the same results. It doesn't matter what team it is. It could be the best team in the NFL, it could be the worst. But if we don't correct the things that are causing us to lose these games, that to not to teams that we can 100% beat, we're going to keep getting those same results over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Um, Number three, Grizzard. So with Grizzard, at the beginning of the season, I kind of felt like he was doing a pretty good job, but it kind of seems like right now where we're at, I feel like some of his play calling seems kind of like anticipated. So there's certain situations where I feel like he has like uh a certain routine that I think teams are starting to pick up on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like it's just something off. Like I don't know if he doesn't have as much depth in his play calling or in his playbook, but it just feels like we don't have that many options, and we have a ton of talent, and I feel like we're not utilizing the offense as well as we should. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a great running back. We got two. Well, I say Bucky is a great running back. Rashad is he has a purpose. He's a purposeful running back. We use him in certain situations. I like Sean Tucker as well. He brings a lot to the game. But I mean, look at our receiving core. Like I really want to argue and say we had the best in the league. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like he utilizes all the players in the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's kind of anticipated. Now I could say that about him, but I can also put some of the blame on Baker. So I'll get to that in the next part. So with Mayfield, man,
Well,
Baker.
you got Rizard behind Swiss cheese.
Oh yeah, so I just touched on Grizzard, but I'm gonna go ahead and get on Baker now because Alex, yeah,
And I remember now
he
you got Baker at 4, which is the least concerned. Like you're not too concerned about that.
yeah, and I feel like they kind of go hand in hand. So I feel like, of course, Baker is gonna follow the play that's called, but at the same time, Baker has to have the ability, like somebody said before, he has to check stuff down. He has to be able to look and read, just like Tom Brady did. If he sees something that's available or not available, he has to be able to make that call at the line. So for me, number 4, I put Baker there because, you know, just going back to what I said about Todd Bowles, Todd Bowles is the leader of the team. Baker is the leader of the offense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't really have a defense to fall back on right now. So Baker has to take initiative and he has to make good decisions. I feel like anytime we get in a tough situation, Baker folds under pressure. That's something I notice about him season after season. You know what I'm saying? Like we could be in a good position about to win the game, and then next thing you know, Baker turns the ball over. You know what I'm saying? I feel like great quarterbacks, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make good decisions. You know what I'm saying? That's very, very important. So, that's why I put Baker at number 4.
And your least concerning matter is Light. You're not even concerned about him at all. You're like, I'm good. I'm not concerned about Light.
Yeah, I mean, this is my thing with that. Like, Light is my least concern right now where we're at because at the beginning of the season, everybody was kind of on the same page with thinking that we were in a position to go 12-5 or 11-6. I remember a lot of people were chiming in and just saying like that was the prediction overall in Buck Nation, to go at least 12-5. And that was with the picks that we got going into the season. So I feel like more pressure is being shined upon on Light because we're not getting the results that we expected. And I feel like honestly, with this team, I believe that we still could have got close to that 12-5 record. But that just kind of goes back to that 1 through 4 that I talked about leading up to this point. Yeah, there's automatically going to be more pressure on Light because we're not reaching the expectations that we thought we were going to have going into the season. But at the same time, we didn't really need that many pieces. Everybody was saying that. Everybody was on the same page with that. Now, I say that with a grain of salt because of course we know there were a lot of things that weren't addressed in this offseason. I'm pretty sure everybody thought going into this draft that we were going to be getting defensive players. First thing we do is we get a wide receiver. So I feel like our priorities really weren't where they needed to be. And I'm not really saying that in a bad way, like towards like Emeka, because I feel like Emeka is a good player. But at the same time, I feel like there were more things that should have been focused on going into this draft that could have put us a little bit closer to being where we needed to be. And I feel like that the Hassan Riddick pickup was kind of like a band-aid. Like, okay, I messed up in the draft. Let me just try to do a quick fix to get this right. You know what I'm saying? Like when we could have addressed that in the draft, first, second round, we get an edge, we get some, some firepower on defense. So it's like I don't want to put all the pressure on Light now that we're not getting the results. Light is priority number 1 in the all season, but when the season starts, it's not on Light. It's on 1 through 4. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I feel like it's a priority thing. So that's why I put Light at number 5.
Jay Sledge, Good breakdown, man. Good reason why you got right at 5. Very interesting take on 5 because we're talking about the current state, and the reason I put light in there is to throw people off because everything is on the field and on the sideline right now. And the reason why I threw light in there because he's a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? And I threw
Mm-hmm.
that curveball in to get y'all reaction to see where y'all would put him at. Some people put him at 1, like
Mm-hmm.
right now. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
number 1. He's the reason why the Bucs are in a downfall, in a state of shock, a state of a mess. Because this is what they are right now. They're 2-8, 2-6 the last 8 games. It's a total mess.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they got him at 1. He is the reason. Like, that's what they're saying. He's the reason why they're in the mess. And
Mm-hmm.
you're saying, nah, he's not on the field. He's not on the sideline. Yeah, he is. If this was the offseason, I'm pretty sure he'll be 1.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I threw that curveball in to see how y'all thought process go. I
Mm-hmm.
do this for a reason. I want to
Yes,
get.
sir.
I want y'all to think. So shout out to Jay, man. Jay Ledge, man. That was a good breakdown, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Don't go nowhere. We here.
Oh yes, sir. I'm here. I'm here all night.
All right, got you, man.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
All right, who we got? Who we got? Who else got their list ready? We got Jay Ellis. Are you ready? Are you ready, Jay Ellis? Rashad West. I'm gonna find your list, Jay Ellis. Let's see what you got. I gotta find your list. Let me see. I got to find your list, Jay. I got to find your list. All right, so Jay Ellis. Jay Ellis, where is your list? Bucket, what your girl said, Jerry Reese. This is one of the GMs got to pick multiple coaches. Jay Ellis, I'm looking for your list here. I'm curious to hear what you got to say. Okay, Jay Ellis, you're on deck. Jay, you there?
Yes, sir.
All right. You've been a special request by a particular shooter. We want to hear what you got to say. And I said, you know what? Let me bring you on. So I believe you. I was watching the comments here. You and Night Dreams had a disagreement on some things, and he wanted to hear your list. So
Not really, man. It's just based on chain of command, man. And
okay.
so you got lit. He's supposed to be the architect, and so if he's building everything wrong, then it's just gonna trickle down,
Mm-hmm.
and it's simple as that. And so he's been here, like he's not made any improvements. Everybody say like he doesn't draft well, hasn't built the defense. He drafted wide receiver first round. So to me, they just said we're gonna go with this defense right here. It is what it is. And so that's why I can't really blame the players on the defense or the defense for whatever, because like you said, hey, they fine. We're in a position with them, we're gonna run with them and do whatever anyway. That's why I got the defense number 5, because you're supposed to know the players, you're supposed to know the personnel and put them in a position based on their tendencies to do well. But hell, if the players can only do so much, then it is what it is. And so you knew the defense was gonna get cooked. So you tried to go heavy on offense because you thought Baker in the offense coordinator was gonna like light it up and carry the defense. Basically, in my mind, that's why I have the defense at 5, because coming into the season, they didn't pay any attention to the defense at all. It's like, hey, it is what it is. You get Reddick, but
Well, they did draft 2 cornerbacks in the second and third round.
I,
I
they
mean,
did, but it's still like first round talent. Get the talent. Get the people who gonna make like the major improvements.
mhm,
They didn't do that. They focused on offense because they was gonna run it up on offense and carry the defense. Basically, in my mind, that's what it seemed like.
mhm,
So that's why I blame Lit. He don't build for long term like stability.
mhm. And you had Bulls at 2.
Bowles at two. He's an extension of Lit. Lit in my mind. You know, he for him, like I said, there's no emotion, no attitude, no net. Anything can happen. And he just sits there and just looks. Like you have to fire your guys up. You have to get them going. You have to make them want to play and do better for you, for the team. Like get them going. He doesn't do that,
Mm-hmm.
like at all. And so that's why I got him at number two because it's not like he's firing up the troops or anything.
And
It's
then
like
you
they don't even play for him for real. It's just like he's just the coach and that's it.
had and then you had Grizz at 3.
It's unfortunate for him because like he is first year or whatever. But then it goes just chain of command. You still there. They hired you because they felt like you would be good for that position. Um, you have to do better in certain moments. You have to call better plays. That's it. And I don't know like how much impact Bowles has in it or anybody else has in it besides him. Like who cancels him out. But it's times where like you can do more screens or just run the ball. Just run the ball, man. Um, so that's why I have him at number three. Cause like it's still just a chain of command type thing. And I have Baker at number four
Mm-hmm.
because, like I said, same thing. You go from the coaches, the extension of the coaches. You had a quarterback. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Baker's limited, man. He's inconsistent. He's always been inconsistent. You know what you get with Baker. They have to put him in a better situation to do better. That's it. Now he does. He been making some shit though. He been playing bad. Maybe he's injured or whatever.
Right.
But it's hard for me to like blame the players when the coach is supposed to put them in better position to excel.
Right. Good
And
point.
so that's all it is for me. It's just a chain of command type thing. But it all starts with the GM not building the proper team to do better for the long haul. Even throughout the season with depth and injuries and everything, a GM supposed to build a team to withstand all that. And even within the season, I know like you were saying, Jay Sledge was saying, within the season the GM doesn't have impact, but he doesn't make trades. He doesn't do anything like to take risks to build the team.
And then you had defense at 5. The least concerning matter.
Yeah, because like I said, it is what it is with the defense, man. The offense was supposed to carry the defense in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
and so it is what it is with the defense.
The Swiss cheese at 5. That's interesting, but good list. Good order. I like your explanation. I like how you broke it down. Shout out to Jay Ellis. Or Jay Ells. 3036 in the building in the locker room. Appreciate you joining and participating. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Yeah, I
everybody
don't normally jump in
participating.
and say too much for real, man. I've been around for a little bit, but
Yeah, you've been around. And shout out to you for participating and everybody else. You know. So we're gonna keep it going. Next person up. So shout out to Jake. Uh, Zoe, you ready? Zoe, are you ready?
Yo, what's up? You get me?
Yeah, I got you now, buddy. I got your list in the private chat. So your list consists of you got Jason Light at number 1, right?
Yeah.
You got Bowles at 2.
Yep.
But we're not talking about veterans. So your options are Light, Bowles, Grizz, Baker, and the defense.
I'll put the defense at 3.
Okay, so let me get that right. So let's get this right. So I'm gonna put it on the wall here. Okay, so Zoe, I'm gonna put your list so everybody can see. So you got Light at 1,
Yeah.
and then who's number 2 for you?
Tide Bowls.
Bowles number 2. Who's number 3?
Defense.
Defense number 3. I'm gonna put Swiss cheese. Number 4 is
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, and 5 is Grizz, Josh Grizz.
I say special teams.
No, we're not talking about special teams. That's
Okay,
not
well,
enough.
yeah, go out. Yeah, all right, yeah. So offensive coordinator, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this out here for everybody so they can see, so they can follow along. So now I need you to break it down on why you got your most concerning matter, the GM, all the way down to your least concerning matter, Josh Kazar. Go ahead.
Man, pretty much Jason Light, he's the general manager, so of course he's supposed to be putting the team together. And we all know, at least majority of us knew coming into the season that I mean, yeah, the goal is to chase the Super Bowl, but I knew at least that we wasn't even gonna get past the first round in the playoffs. Yeah, I love the team and I root for the team, man, but I knew this team wasn't going nowhere. Jason Light has missed on so many picks, it's ridiculous, man. Like I'm sitting here watching the game. I almost turned into a Cowboys fan. I almost broke my TV, man. We turned into the Atlanta Falcons, man. Like we had the league 28-24, and just to lose like that is unacceptable. But that's it with Jason. Like just the picks and putting that product on the field is ridiculous. Number two is Ty Bowles. Man, you is the head coach of the team, buddy. You don't show no emotion. And as long as I've been watching football, man, for Levante David to walk out the locker room, that shows a lot. That defense, he's saying that they didn't give up on him, but for Levante David to do that says it all. Vita Vea not showing up. I don't even think the man even had a tackle in the game.
Zero
Like
tackle.
that's mediocrity, man. Like it's just ridiculous. I understand Jason Light with the picks and all that, but those guys got to show up and play, man. You got to get coach those guys up the right way. Zion been getting caught all year. I'm surprised that Jamel Dean is one of the best players on the defense right now. That says a whole lot. Number three is the defense. Like I said, like guys just need to step up, man. Like we're too soft on the defense. I don't know what it is. We missing tackles. Nobody on the defense can catch an interception. Nobody stepping up. I love Antoine Winfield, but he's been a no-show. We can't get no pressure on the line. I mean, what are we doing? Our linebackers can't cover. We send the blitz, still can't get the cover because this guy can't even move out the pocket. Like it's just so many things on defense. It's unbelievable. And number four is Baker Mayfield. This scheme supposed to be the same scheme from what the offensive coordinator said, man. But at some point, you're the quarterback of the team. For him to sit there and throw that interception, man, that was the dagger, and that would kill the whole game. The other defense was playing horrible, man, but you got the ball in your hand. You're the quarterback. I don't see Baker Mayfield. I mean, last year he was calling certain plays when Leon Cohen, I guess, called the plays or whatever, and he'll switch it, whatever. But I'm not seeing no control from him whatsoever. He's playing injured. I think he shouldn't even be playing like that. But he's playing injured, which is no excuse. If you're gonna be out there on the field, man, you put 100% in. So for him to throw that interception like that is unbearable, man. I mean, and then number five, the offensive coordinator. I mean, I get it. You got a lot of injuries, but so what? The San Francisco 49ers got injuries. Everybody's injured. It's your offensive coordinator. Your job is to adapt and adjust. We got the best wide receiver room in the league, I feel like. And even though, I understand the offensive line has been, a lot of injuries and stuff like that, man. But you got to do better at calling plays, bro. Baker
Right.
Mayfield, I didn't even see Baker Mayfield throw a check down. We used to throw so many screens. I don't even think we threw a screen in the last game, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. I mean, it's one thing to lose to the Saints, but to have the league up on the Falcons, and for the Falcons, a team that's known for blowing the league, for them to come back and beat us is crazy. And
Yeah. Excellent points, man. Excellent breakdown. I think you're the first person that has Gazard at 5, which is an outlier. Which is I understand the reason why you don't think he's the least concerning matter at the state of the Bucs. And I understand he's the first year OC, and everything like that. So I get the reasoning behind it, but I just thought it was interesting that I don't remember anybody having them at 5, the least concerning matter. So you're different thought process, which is good.
Man. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I just feel like that old line has a lot of injuries. Then it's the man's first year calling plays, bro. Like they say he was helping Leon Cohen last year, but I don't believe that nonsense. It's the man's first year. So I give him a little pass, but it's still not unacceptable. It's still unacceptable though.
Gotcha. Shout out to appreciate you, Zoe, coming in and being patient with me. You know what I'm saying? And great insight, man. We got more to talk about. We're gonna keep going, man. Appreciate it, Zoe.
Yes, sir.
So there was a few other people that had Grizzard at Josh Grizzard at 5. My bad. There's been a lot of lists. I'm trying to remember all the lists. So there was a couple others that had Grizzard at 5 because and the reason is because he's a first year OC, he got thrown into the fire. And now that everybody got a chance to see it, they see he's not ready, you know. But Bowles chose, they wanted continuity. You know, they wanted continuity. At the end of the day, they wanted continuity. So that's what it is. We got any more lists available? We got any more lists out there? Who signed off Gazard? That was light. Remember, the admin decisions come from the front office. Okay. Mike Greenberg handles the cap, the money. Jason Light and others handle the administrative work. Anybody else got their list ready and to come in and explain their list? This is the options. Take these options and put them in order from the most concerning to the least concerned. Once you do that, click on the link to come in the locker room and explain why you got your order the way it is. Okay? Can y'all do so? Whoever's waiting in the waiting room, I don't see your list. You might have to write it again. It's so far up in the chat room. You might as well recreate the list and put it right here in the chat so I can see it right away, and I'll bring you in the locker room. Get your order ready. Rashad, what's happening? Come on in. Come on in. Thirdmatic. Here you go. What's happening, man?
What's going on, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Man, appreciate you doing this, man. This is my outlet. But let me get into it, man. I got Bowles at number 1 because he's supposed to be the defensive guru. And you should, if your defense is so exotic, you need to simplify it and base it off the players you have. All right. So you scheme to the skill set of your players. If you're not doing that, you're putting us in a bind, which what we see. Like early in the year, everyone, we were all happy. You know, they were 5-1, whatever they were. But you could see the game that it's going to be time when we play a good team. We were doing this against terrible teams. So when we played a good team, we got our head busted and we got exposed. And so it was just basically all those games we were getting lucky. The only real game that we looked decent was the 49er game, and they were mostly hurt. So Bowles, to me, not getting the players ready, specifically the defense. You're supposed to be the defensive guru. It just when I hear people say it about him, just lights my fire, man. Like, this guy's not a guru. The defense is terrible. If you're a guru, you can work with leftover pieces or scheme up something. So Bowles is number 1 for me. Number 2 is Light, because you get these players, he think he cute. You go get Benjamin Morris, you know he hurt. So why you gonna get a second round pick on someone, a quarterback that's already hurt, got a bad wheel already? So we're already they put us behind already. The E2 pick, drafting a receiver in the first round. I was one of the fans that was livid. We should have won defense. It's obvious our defense was a problem last year. Jalen Daniels, they went for it in a playoff game. They didn't punt the ball at all. They went for a fourth down every time. That's disrespect. The defense need to be better. We should have loaded up on defense. And so number three, Baker. I was never a Baker fan. They like to pick up. I cheer for him because he's on a Buccaneer team. I want him to do well. But when you see the games, he's inconsistent. He's too short. I mean, he is a bit of a gamer, but he's so inconsistent. We don't know what we're gonna get from game to game. So he might like the Seattle game. He did that was the best game. And then all of a sudden, where did that Baker go? He's nowhere to be found. So Baker's so inconsistent. I really want him out of here. I hope they don't re-sign him. He's not a franchise quarterback. You know, he's not the quarterback for this team. I want him to do well, granted, but he's just not good. And the defense, really, you can almost go back to Bowles because it's on him, really. The defense is bad. They don't play with fire. We don't have a dog on defense. It's just, and Levante is a shell of himself. He's not the same player. And we don't have a dog anywhere. Somewhere we could put it on their back and get the defense riled up. No one's out there. Levante is not doing. No one's doing it.
But we got JPP now. He's going to get everybody rattled.
Man, JPP is 53 years old. Man, come on, man. Come on now. He can probably coach people up, get people riled up. But let's be real. I mean, he might be able to prove it. Be honest with you, might be right. All right. So the defense is terrible. I would say Parrish and maybe Taki Smith are probably the only better players on the defense right now. Right now, not even Vita don't. He's not. Vita. He do some things. He's sporadic, but he do some things every game, but not when we need it. We need a guy like Chris Jones to make a play when we need it. You know what I mean? Every time I watch the Chiefs play and they do the big play for the defense, typically Chris Jones is part of that. So we need a guy like that. And Five Gazard, Gazard is his first year, so he almost get a little bit of a pass, but he need to utilize what he has on the field. And I don't think he did that, like others said before me. He didn't utilize like he needed to. And really that kind of go back to Baker, because if you look at some of the games, there be people wide open and Baker just misses them. He straight up misses them. So to really kind of fall back on Baker, because it ain't like, Gazard called a play, but Baker missed. I mean, he misses them. So what can we do about that? We should be running sometime like run situations we should be running, and we shouldn't be so predictable. He is predictable. He's almost like Liftwich. He runs straight to the middle almost every play. Every play, we know what's coming. Every time we cover the first down, we're going to run the ball right up the middle. Every time, just about every time. So I caught it. So that's my list. And that's my gripe about this team. It just, to me, it starts with Bowles and really almost interchangeable between Bowles and Light. But it starts with Bowles. He need to get the team ready to play. If you're a defensive guru, if anything, the defense should be our best unit. It is not. We don't have any unit, to be honest. But that's my list.
Shout out to Third man. One of the OGs, man. Good catch with the what you said earlier about dang, you made a great. I was pointing. Jalen Daniels in the playoff game. No punts. That was crazy.
No punts. They went for it every time. What kind of defense? A defense didn't even look at themselves and say, "Hey, we're being disrespected. We're the home team." But they didn't punt name one time. Dan Quinn he out-coached Bowles. And another point about Bowles, he always get out-coached by a good coach every time. Every time when I see the Rams on the schedule, that's a loss. I don't care what that's a loss. If I see Sean Payton on the schedule, that's a loss. If I see Mike Vrabel, that's a loss. Any coach that is just halfway good and really, it don't matter what quarterback it is, because quarterbacks slice up the defense because of him. It used to be a time back in the day, you remember, where we used to eat rookie quarterbacks. Now, everybody's an all-star when they play the Bucs. If you got prize picks, you pick the team that's going against the Bucs, and you're gonna get money. I'm telling you, they gonna throw for 250 easy and probably 3 touchdowns.
Shout out
Easy.
to Third man. Great, great, great locker room presence, man. That was a fun conversation about your order, man. Stay in the chat, man. We ain't going nowhere. We gonna keep it going, man. Keep pick up on the Thirdmatic energy, man. Let's keep it going. Shout out to Thirdmatic.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man.
No problem. So we got Brian, David. What's happening?
What's happening? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Let me get your list up so everybody can see it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So David's list. Put it on so everybody can see it. Everybody can follow along. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody talking about. Oh. All right, let me get you right first. Let me get you right. All right, let me space these out. And I'm going to put it up here, and we off and running. All right, y'all see David's list. He got light as his most concerning matter. He got defense, his second most concerning. He got Bowles in the middle, his third concerning issue. He got Baker, which is not too much of a concern. And he got Josh Gazar as his least concerning matter. Go ahead, David, is yours.
All right. First and foremost, light is the main. Light has to be the number one because we always talk about leadership starts from the top, but Light is over Bowles. So he's the reason why the whole defense got the same personality. Like there's nobody on the defense that has any fire in the. I watched. I was at the game,
Me too.
and I sat there and watched their mentality. Every time they went down the field, they were just sitting there and they was like they were getting hit in the mouth, and they were just sitting there, like, okay, we just gonna take it. And it was just no fire coming from the Bucs defense as a whole. And I remember when they had that when they were talking about when Tom Brady left the team, they were talking about Tom Brady left the team that the players said they were having fun now that Baker Mayfield was coming back. And Tom Brady told them Tom Brady came out of his mouth and said, if I wanted to have fun, I'd go play with my kids. Taking them to Disneyland or something, he said, Disney World. But that goes into the mentality that the players that Light brought in have. They don't have that winning edge about them. I mean, they just too passive as hell. Like I remember, like the old Bucs defenses when they had Warren Sapp and all those guys was hungry every game. Every game meant something to them. That defense is horrible, man. And for them to sit here and take players off their board, like the dude from the Falcons, they take off players that have that edge about them. That's Jason Light's fault. Number two, I picked the defense because
Swiss cheese.
the defense go hand in hand for a team to sit here and basically that defense I can't even put into words but that defense. The mentality of that whole defense is horrible. Like the players on that team, like they need a whole roster overhaul on that defensive side of the football field.
Yikes! Really?
Yes, the whole other than Vita Vea, the whole defense around him needs to change. Every player, including Antoine Winfield, because Antoine Winfield has been we paying him $21 million to do nothing. Nothing. I pick Todd Bowles number 3 because it's only but so much a head coach can do. Like he sat here and said, I can't make players give a damn about playing football. He said, you are a paid professional. But I do give him blame because instead of having padded practices and stuff, they sit here doing walkthroughs and players is not sitting here understanding their assignments. They keep saying that they're professionals and we could just walk through and simulate practices, but the toughness is not there because they're not sitting here practicing hard. Number 4 is Baker Mayfield, because Baker Mayfield is a hypocrite, blaming that there's no killer instincts, and he sit here and continuously being passive the last few weeks. I agree with about Baker.
What you say?
Grizz last. He's a problem, but I think it's more so it's because of the guards being out, and why the interior pressure is really killing the offense, and he has to get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback quick. Is the reason why they can't really throw the ball downfield. But I put him last on the list.
Wow. I gotta give it to you, David. You want to talk about to get the people fired up, roster defense overhaul.
Yeah, that whole defense need to go.
You went out there and got that one. You went out there and said roster overhaul on the defense.
Yeah, that defense is trash.
You know that's a hot take, right? You know that's a hot take, right?
Yeah, it should be. That defense is horrible, man. I mean, outside of Vita Vea, I could see Vita Vea give a damn, but he only played 50% of the snaps.
Woo-wee. You got the chat room fired up a little bit, David.
Yeah, oh my goodness. They soft, man. That defense is soft, man. That defense is really soft.
I was at the game, man. I was in the stadium club access seats, Hyundai club access seats watching the game. I was there. So I think I made this point, and I'll make it at the very end of this whole discussion. But I'm gonna hold my comments and my thoughts toward the end. I want you guys to get off. Shout out to David with a great breakdown, man. And he had a hot take, which I think about overhauling the defense, except for Vita. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to David, man. Appreciate you joining the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Well put, man. Well put. He said a defense overhaul. Ooh-wee. Not talking about first down. Defensive overhaul. And he said Vita needs to stay. He's fine. But everybody else can go. Good Lord. That is a cold take for some of y'all to swallow. But we got any more people that want to participate in ranking your most concerning matter to your least concerning matter? Now, mind you, the options are on the screen. Put those options in order. Grizzlo, what's up, man? We got Grizzlo in the building, one of the OGs. Click on the link, Grizzlo. Click on the link. This is Grizzlo. Grizzlo in the building. Come on in, Grizzlo. Grizzlo in the building, man.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. We've been having a conversation for the last 2 hours about the most concerning matters with the options that's available to the least concerning matter. And you came in right after a hot take. I don't know if you heard David. but he said
Yeah,
defensive.
defensive overhaul. I heard it.
Oh, wait.
I'm kind of on board with it, but
We're
we'll
gonna get
get
into
there.
that. We're gonna
Yeah,
get
we'll
into
get
that.
there. All right. Number one, Light, obviously. Starts with him. He was here before Arians. We had issues. We had Tom Brady's super friends to kind of mask it, and then after that, after Bruce Arians went away and Tom retired and all that stuff, then it got right back to where Jason Light likes it. I would say Jason Light. There's two weaknesses with Jason Light. That's the biggest issue. Number one is attachment issues. Can't move on. He can't move on. Like that whole the organization right now from how they run it is they have the hardest time ever moving on from players that need to be moved on from, that are bad, this, that, and the other. The second one is he has a very high ego. And we all you could see it. He can't draft the players that need to be drafted to save his life, and there's always a player there on the board that always makes the impact in every single round that he drafts. We're missing too much on guys. It gets ridiculous at this point. We're at the point where we feel blessed to have at least one player that starts from these last couple drafts. It's terrible. There's probably 3 or 4 or 5 drafts in his tenure where most 90% of the players aren't even on the team anymore. It just gets to a point where it's just and on X you'll hear it, top 5 GM. What? I guarantee if you host an anonymous survey with all the GMs around the league, they put him top 5. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. You can't convince me that Jason Light is a top 5 GM. And then I didn't even I said 2, but I'll name 3 is he overpays players for mediocre production. He'll give you a contract first, second year as long as you can do anything. What did Zion do? What has Zion done? And he got paid. But yeah, that's how I feel about Light. I can't. It's just something that I can't every year. I mean, we talk about it every single year, every single locker room talk. It's the same thing over and over and over again. And then this is what now we get into Bowles, who's also the same thing over and over and over again. Start off hot. Oh, you beat the Texans earlier in the season. You went 3 and you had a 3-0 hot streak right there. Oh my God. Midseason, boom, loss after loss after loss after loss after loss. And it's always at the same point. It's at the same point, the same week, right next to the bye, where you want to lose out, and everyone's they accept it. They're because those were good teams, but we got bad teams on the back burner, so we're gonna get right and go to the playoffs. And it's what?
Can't keep doing every year.
Every year's been I don't know when the last time before Tom got here when he had a losing season, but it was probably the first time with Todd.
Yeah. His losing season was Todd Bowles.
His first losing season was with Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles had Tom Brady as his quarterback, and he still could barely be over 500.
That's crazy when you think about it. Tom Brady.
The great Tom Brady, and you could barely have a winning season with Tom Brady.
Oh my gosh.
Make it make sense. What was that, 8-9 that year?
8-9, first year.
You were Todd Bowles' first. You were Tom Brady's first losing season. I don't think anyone's ever thought about it like that. You have the GOAT.
It was 13-4 the year before with BA.
With BA, yep.
And then he chose Bowles as his successor. Because I don't think, to be honest with you, and I don't want to get too far off the subject here. I'm going to hold on that. Keep going.
Oh, I got you. I don't like. I can't. I can't really think about it. I just got off of work, but like the whole drop off from 13 wins to 8, like that's like insane.
So you got the defense after bowls as one of the most concerning matters.
Yes. There's no dogs. There's no dogs. We have no dogs. We have no like I'm at the point where it's like I want to Sue back. Not like I don't want Dominic and Sue, but I want Sue's attitude. Like I get it, like yeah, stepping on people's wrong or like spitting, but it's just like we need like some fire, some like rage, some like if I knock you down, I ain't helping you up. I'm turning my back to you. Like something like something's like has to give because it's like I agree with that one guy. Like overhaul the defense. I can see that. I might even put Vita Vea up. I don't know. He's getting a little older, overweight, but it's like I feel like his years got wasted because you couldn't put pieces on the outside because like when he eats up double teams and stuff like that, you can't really like and you have no pass rush to like feed into that. It's like really bad. And it's like they want to, and it's like that one guy said, like you draft Benjamin Morrison, a corner who's injury prone. You don't get no pass rushers for like the last 5 years, but let's call up JPP. Let's get this. We need juice on the defense. Let's call it JPP. And it's like, what? It's the fact that like these players, these old players, are like in your mind. Like you're still thinking about them. It's just like so frustrating. But yeah, like we have no like player on defense. There's no one, I promise you, I don't even think Vita, but like there's nobody that gets circled on offensive coordinators' game plans. Like if you really look at it, like who does an offensive coordinator circle when they go against this defense? Nobody. Like there's nobody. Yeah, the defense has a big problem, and I think like I said, I think with the right coordinator and the coach, I think those boys will get right. I just like I said, the defense's mindset and how they look is based off of Todd. And the one good thing about going to the games in person is not seeing Todd Bowles' face on TV. If you look at Todd Bowles' face on TV every time it transitions to him, that's what our defense plays like. That's basically my whole thing with that is like if our defense plays like Todd Bowles' face when the camera pans to him. And then number 4, I got Grizz because I don't think Grizz is ready to be an OC, but I'm not gonna lie to you, he has the worst center in football right now. Like he probably has like one of the worst centers in football right now. Graham Barton is not good. And that's something that like needs to be addressed. And then on top of that, he has the 2 third string guards. So your front 3 is non-existent, honestly. So I don't know how much plays he can call to get like routes developed and stuff like that because his front just gets manhandled every single time. Every time. It's like really bad. And but I will say though, the crossing routes that like we talked about last night and the whole having 2 receivers within 5 yards of each other is a very big issue. And I think that is grounds for a lot of miscommunication, especially when 2 receivers are in because he's like, oh, who's he throwing to? Is he throwing to me or is he throwing to this guy that's like right in front of me? And then that just makes more room for interceptions and stuff like that because you have like 4 guys in like within like 5 yards of each other. And then out of Grizz, I got Baker. I think Baker's a little bit above average. Yeah, he's had some bad things. I mean, he's playing injured. He's had very bad throws. He can't seem to throw to Emeka like at all. He can't. Like, I don't remember the last time Emeka actually had a ball to his chest. Like, if you really think about it, like Emeka has to reach his whole wingspan to catch Baker's balls. And that's a big issue. That's a big issue. I saw it in that game. I've been seeing it in the game since for a while since Emeka's been back. It's just like there's never been a ball where like Emeka could just like where he didn't have to extend his arms, to say the least. So the chemistry's kind of like losing off, and then the high and low throws, like he either throws too low or he throws too high. There's no like nothing, but I don't know how much of that is played with the shoulder pin that he has, but also too, it's like I can understand the pressure that like he thinks he gets, because when you see Grant Barton in his one-on-ones, he gets pushed back hard. It's not even close. But here, I don't even think if Baker's like in the middle of the pocket, he could step up to throw. That's why I think he gets jittery and he has to move a lot to set his feet and throw, because he can't like throw up, because I feel like Barton is just back is like right in front of him. But he can't see over the line either. So that's also makes it hard too. The closer Barton is, the more he can't see. So I feel like he has to like move out and stuff. And that's like attunement to his height. But I think if you get the right OC in there and he actually has, because we've seen it too. When Cody Mock is by Barton plays 10 times better. So Barton needs a good guard to mask his failures until he gets moved to guard. But that's pretty much like all I got to say with Baker. I'm giving him a lot of leniency because I've seen the issues that he faces in front, and I don't think he has a coordinator that knows how to deal with the injuries.
Okay. Good points.
Yeah, that's all I got, man.
Shout out to Grislow, one of the OGs, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for participating in this topic of discussion. I wanted to try something different. I thought this would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it.
And I'll do some more of these types, because I know we do a lot of group discussions, but I'll do some more one-on-one so everybody can get their own talking points in, whether it's long points or short points like this. And it keeps everybody engaged, and I'll be doing this a little more often. I just thought it'd be a good idea to do it today. So shout out to Grislow, and shout out to everybody that's participated. Anybody else want to get in and give me your order? This is not like individual long conversation. Just put them in order. Put your most concerning to least concerning in order. Click on the link and tell me why that's your order. So I mean, it's a good idea, and I'll do this a lot more. I think it's pretty cool. Good idea to do, because it keeps everybody engaged, and you got to put your order down. Mopar Buck, put your order in the chat. Yeah, put your order in the chat so I can put it on the screen. And once you put your order in the chat, click on the link and I'll bring you in by yourself, just you. We've done a lot of people today. This was pretty. I shout out to all the Powers of Sea Bandits that has participated in this, structured conversation. This exercise. It's a good exercise because it gives me an idea of where everybody is head at right now. Remember this concerning issues, because I think all five are issues, but I just want to see where everybody head at as far as right now. Yeah. You wish, exactly. And please, for future reference, folks, please stay on track. Please stay on track. Let's not get too far away. That these are conversations that are not designed for 30 minutes. This is kind of like, that 3 to 6 minute, take, and sometimes I let things go a little bit further than what it is because the conversation on the topics or the points are good, but we cannot veer off into a whole nother topic, Because there's so many conversations that you can have outside of this list, and if I don't keep it in the confines of what I'm talking about or the list, everybody will be in here talking for 20 minutes, and we don't want to do that, right? That's like group conversations. But when we're doing one-on-ones, y'all know the format. You know what I'm saying? One-on-ones are designed for more that 3 to 7, 6, 7 minute conversation, and then you move on, and then somebody else comes in. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. But we will work on this together as a unit. We will get better as a unit, and we will get better with the one-on-ones. I promise you. I'm going to help you guys out. You guys help me out. We're going to do more of these. We're going to do one-on-ones about individual players. We're going to do one-on-ones about Todd Bowles. We're going to do one-on-ones about Jason Light. We're going to have one-on-ones about individual people, but I want to get the order of the most concerning to the least concerning issue. Okay? We got Mopar Buck. Okay, we got his list. Okay. No, Trill G boy, I didn't see your list is not the correct list. You see what's going on here, man. Make sure your list is correct, Trill G boy. You talking about things that's not on the list. That's not the options right now. The options are on the screen. These are the options that's on this screen. Mopar Bucks list is the options that you have to put in order to get in the locker room today with your one-on-one with me. Because this is your chance to tell everybody what you think the problem is in a window. Okay? Mopar Bucks, the
What's
floor is
going
yours.
on? What's going on, bro? I thought I was late. I'm still at work. Um, so we just why I got that in order like that?
From the most
Okay.
concerning to the least concerning.
Well, I Jason is going to be number one because I you don't get to have you don't get to have this many drafts and haven't been able to put together a top shelf defense. Um, you got to do better with these picks, and I'm going to the defense after that because if he does right, then of course naturally we would fix the defense, which naturally I think Bowles would do good, right? I think we kind of seen a little bit of that in 2020. So for me, you have to bring in guys, and based off of what Todd Bowles said at the podium, it has to be Jason Light because at this point you got Todd Bowles saying that people got to look in the mirror and basically testing their manhood. So we don't even have the right people in the building as far as players go. So Jason's going to be number one. The defense is going to be number two, but of course that would be fixed if Jason does what he does. Number three, uh, Todd Bowles to me has kind of kept the same mentality, the same approach, just the same everything. And I get it. He's at this point in his career, but just like you sat there and dropped F bombs at the podium and all this and that, then I do believe you can spice it up one of these seasons, especially now moving forward, given how we look now. Next is gonna be Grizzard. Um,
Well,
that
actually,
one, man.
so hold on. So you just said both what? So you got Jason one, defense number two, Bowles three,
Yes,
and you got Grizzard four.
yes.
Okay.
To me, it's funny because three of those is one to me. Honestly, if Jason Light naturally does what he's supposed to do, him and his minions, then I think it takes care of my two and three. Personally, it's like three and one. How could it not? If you are aggressive in the offseason, if you draft like you're supposed to, you get Jason Light the guys he needs. I mean, Todd Bowles the guys he needs. Naturally, the defense should be fixed. Naturally, we should see a better version of Todd Bowles. Um, I'm gonna offense to me is at the bottom of the list because I don't agree with this luxury pick, but you did draft a receiver in the first round. You've been spending some draft picks on weapons. So for me, is in the next. Just person, and Baker is going to be last. Baker's last, only because I agree with what Grizz said. I caught a little bit of it. I don't at this moment, I do not think he's above average. But I also know there are some things that go into that, like the O line and his health. Um, but we have seen the best version of Baker last season. So if replicate that, we should be fine. Just pull Baker back some. Just pull him back some. Get more creative. Put guys in space. Put the guys in space, and I think we get a better version of Baker. Baker's going to be the least of my concern at this moment. Because what do we do? If we're not going to blow it up, what do we do? They're complaining about Baker at this point is irrelevant. They're probably going to re-sign him, so it really don't even matter. It really doesn't. So the defense, to me, Jason Light, those things are going to be the most important. They go hand in hand to me.
Okay. Shout out to Mopar Buck
Yeah,
coming in
yeah.
and falling right into the conversation. Right to the point. You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it real. Let's because this can go into a whole nother lane as far as conversation. And I'm talking to everybody, not just you, but and everybody will be on here individually talking for 20 minutes about all five of these. You know what I'm saying? And then go into a whole other lane. But we'll get to those lanes. Remember, this is a test. I might do it with a co-host next time, and we'll do individual players. We'll just say, give me your one offensive person that you just or I'll give a list of offensive guys and you put them in order. Like, we'll get to those conversations, but I just wanted to get everybody vibe check after the last couple weeks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So shout out to
Right.
Mopar Buck. The last two
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
Grizzlo and Mopar Buck, the OGs. I had some more OGs come on. I like when my OGs come on. They've been around, so they know. But Mopar Buck is one of them.
Yes, sir.
And he always in the chat. So if you want to talk to him, he's in the chat. He's live and ready.
Yeah, I'll chit chat. And we get on heads when you're out of line.
Yeah, we do that too. And anybody else want to shout out to Mopar Buck? Thank you for joining, man.
Oh, appreciate you, bro. I'll get back in the chat. All
right. Anybody else want to join? That's the structure right there. Grizzlo, Mopar Buck, you wish, a couple others, they get to it. They get to it. Get to it. Give me the reason why you think your most and least concerning list is structured that way. Get to it. It don't take long. 3 to 7 minutes. Because it gets you really to think, hone in on what you see. Hashtag what did I see? Right? You see the games. I see the games. I've been to 3 games this year. And I always tell people, try to go to one game and get a feel for the game, because TV and in person is a lot different because you can see things a lot more cleaner. And these lists everybody's list is good. Everybody reasoning behind their list is legit. Like, everybody has great reasonings. Some surprises, but I do notice this about these lists. A lot of people got Jason Light number 1. Several individuals that have come in this session, come in the locker room, and immediately got Jason Light number 1. So if I did an average count, 15 people came in here. Over a half, or probably half, has had Jason Light at 1. And I put him as an option for a reason. Because a lot of people complaining about the sideline, the players on the field, but who puts them on the field? Who helps put the product on the field? That's why I put Jason Light as an option. I wanted to see how you guys would react. I play chess. Chess moves, man. Because I could have put special teams. That's easy. It's almost like that's too easy for you guys to think. You know me, I'm going to challenge you guys to think a little harder, right? And throwing Jason Light in there, a person that is in the front office administratively. He's not on the sideline. He's not on the field calling plays or doing anything physically. He is up in the front office. Sometimes he's on the sideline, but he's in charge of putting this team together. Now, my military background always got to include the chain of command. Got to include the top. You can't leave them out. Now, I'm not giving my list because it's not about me. It's not about my list. This whole segment, this whole locker room segment was about you guys, not me. You guys heard me all last night and the night before. I'm letting you guys air it out. Hell, I might even bring back 6 people right now and let y'all just have a conversation about these lists. Remember, if you remember your list, I'll tell you what, for the next 30 minutes, if you remember your list, I'm gonna bring 6 people back in. 6 people, maybe 7, 6 people, and talk about these 5 options in your list. And y'all can have a dialogue about your guys' list and have a healthy conversation. And I'm gonna step back out the way. So if you participated tonight, come back in the locker room and let's have a group discussion to close this session out. 30 minutes. I'm gonna clock this. I'm gonna give you guys 30 minutes amongst yourselves to talk about your list amongst other people. 6 people. Let me get 6. I'm not going to let anybody in until I get 6 people. I'm going to choose 6 people. Anybody that participated in tonight's discussion, come on back in the locker room, in the waiting room. I'm going to put you 6 in to finish this off. I'm going to let you guys close it out. All I'm going to be is the moderator. All I'm going to do is just tell you the time, how much time you got left. So we're not going to start the timer until we get 6 people, maybe 7, if I can squeeze 7 in there. I might leave the chat. I might leave the locker room to get somebody else in, to bring 7 people in. But I'm not going to start the clock until I get 7 people, because I'm going to take myself out. I need 7 people. If you participated tonight with your list, I'm gonna pick 7 people to come in this locker room to close the show out. 30 minutes to talk about your list. And please give everybody a chance to talk about their list with the others. Can we not have somebody taking the whole 30 minutes? Everybody kind of cross talk and give each other a chance to talk. 7 people. Everybody. I should hear everybody's voice. Because I'm gonna be in the background. I'm gonna go to the kitchen. I'll be listening closely. Because my take will be tomorrow. But I'm going to be listening very closely on how you guys are talking to each other. And please do not get too crunk. This is a healthy conversation about the state of the team now. The last 2 weeks, the Bucs are a mess. This is the aftermath. We're going to have a healthy conversation. No disrespect. Everybody play fair. All right, let me see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anybody else want to get in the locker room and join? Once I bring these people in, the clock will start. Whoever's the last person to come in, the clock will start. I'm going to start bringing in people right now. The clock will start when I bring the last person in. I'm gonna take myself out.
What's up? How y'all doing?
What's going on?
Good, good.
I need to play catch up, so I got to hit the rest of y'all lists.
Well, I started off Mopar. We pretty much had we kind of had a similar list. Um, I had Jason one, then I had Bowles at two, defense was three. I put Baker at four, and then I put the OC at five. Um, but I was in agreement with you because of the simple fact I think number one coincides with my second and third one because I think if Jason Light has done his part up to now, we wouldn't be talking about Bowles and why the defense looks so bad. I think Bowles could go lower down my list, but I do feel like I'm standing firmly by Jason Light at number one from what we've seen the last 2 weeks.
Right.
Starts at the top with him. I mean, and then on top of that, lack of resources on the defense, pass rushing in particular. I stood my ground and said he just waits to the last minute to address things when it's just too late. And for the last 3 drafts, we've all said in this chat room, hey, we need to have a draft where we go all defense. We've said that at least the last 2 drafts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And we've yet to see that. And I know that it's just the last 2 games we've all felt some type of way. Like it just was unacceptable. I know we're not coaches or anything, but what we saw out there on the field, like to lose in the matter that we lost, like I can't even blame the Saints game on bad field condition. It was raining. They couldn't stop. Like you wouldn't even run the ball. You kept getting stopped on 4th and 1. And I thought about it more and more. That Thursday night game when J Mack caught that one pass where they just imagine they wouldn't have never called it a touchdown to review if they just would have ruled them down right at the goal line. Like Baker made like he was going up to the line to just run a quick play. Do y'all even believe they would have ran a quarterback sneak right there, or he would have handed the ball off? Like that's just stuff like that is why I think even more why I say Jason Light is number one because of the simple fact we cannot get the left guard situation straight. Like, can we get the left guard spot situated?
Hey, big buck. I do agree with you about the left guard situation about that. But I think we have a left guard on our roster. And the problem is they're trying to push him to be our starting center. And Bredesen is a much better center than Graham Barton is because when Bredesen was playing center earlier this year, he actually was playing really well. Barton is really athletic and he's strong, but he's not a center, and they trying to force him into that. And with better pulling guards, it can actually open up the running game, open up the holes better for those running backs not to get jammed back in the backfield like we got hit on that second and 14. I think we lost 4 yards.
But that goes back to my point with Jason Light. Think about every offensive lineman that he's drafted at a premium draft spot. He had the vision of moving him to a different position. Because y'all seem to forget Alec Marpet. He was a tackle in college at Division III. They brought him in as a guard, but Jason Light's vision was, our plan was to eventually move him to center. And we saw how that went.
I'm gonna jump in on that topic with the O line, and I might get flack for this. Believe it or not, the O line to me is like the least of my concern for some odd reason, and the reason why we've watched them like experiment with that O line, and it might look bad like it does this year because of injuries, but these guys are come back together the following season and it blends good. Like we was ready to write Cody Mark smooth off, Gedeke smooth off. We was ready to write them dudes smooth off, straight bust. You wasted picks, and who knew that Gedeke was gonna turn into what he was gonna turn into. Cody Mark was gonna put some weight on. So I'm not too I'm not too just keep getting the dub. That seems to be the one thing he gets right. It don't look right usually the first year he experiments, but it usually irons itself out a little bit from my eyes, just from my eyes.
I want to say for my list, I put Jason Light as the least concerned. Part of that argument is with Mopar Buck. I mean, injuries did plague us. For the most part, to counter argue Big Buck, you got to understand, you wanted us to draft on the defense. We did. We drafted two players on defense, Parrish and Benjamin Morrison. Granted, we did draft, the first round in wide receiver, but that really took care of what we needed when both of our wide receivers was hurt, and Jalen McMillan, three of them. So it's like, I mean, how is it you gonna blame Jason Light for these unfortunate injuries?
Okay, right there. Here's what I'm gonna say. You right, but it is on the GM to understand that the plan and the vision that I had for this team went down early in the offseason to the injury bug in most cases. Like you drafted Walker and he went down. So I believe it's on the general manager to say, crap, that was a good pick. I had plans for him. We don't have that guy now. Do
And
we
let's
go out and
not
go get something?
and let's not pretend last year cornerback was not our biggest problem.
Agreed.
You
No,
guys,
it
my
was.
biggest problem, y'all know what I've said the last 4 years has been addressing the pass rush situation. That has been my biggest. Like, I understand that they had to get corners because they were putting Jamel Dean on notice. I understand that. I'm simply saying that at 19, I understand that. I mean, we could say that was a luxury pick, but we don't know how they had their draft board ranking. Maybe he was the highest rated on their board at the time. I just felt like there's no way you can sit there and approach this upcoming season without addressing either the linebacker spot or an edge rusher because that was a concern. We have to blitz just to get pressure, and we look terrible with sending four. And that's been more evident just the last 2 weeks. There's no pressure whatsoever. I mean, and I get what you're saying that the young man that got hurt from SMU, he had a vision for him, but he got hurt. I understand that.
He's from Arkansas. That's Elijah Roberts. He's
Yeah.
from that's
I
Elijah
think
Roberts from SMU.
Okay.
I think too, like going like with like the injuries, but it's kind of like Mopar saying too, like he had no preparation for injuries, which you should have like a.
But injuries are part of the. I'm sorry to cut y'all. Injuries are part of the game. We can't use that as an excuse. I mean,
No, I'm saying he doesn't have he didn't have a preparation plan for injuries. Like he didn't have a backup.
He did. That's why we drafted two quarterbacks because our quarterbacks were getting injured. So he had a preparation plan.
But he drafted
to
an
get
injury-prone
quarterbacks.
cornerback.
Hold on,
That doesn't make
I'll
sense.
let y'all talk. He drafted quarterbacks to sustain our quarterback injuries from last year. Did he not?
But he drafted an injury-prone cornerback. That doesn't make any sense.
So let me ask you
Parrish
this,
is doing
Wish.
fine, from what I can tell.
Let me ask you this,
but Morris had a injury, but he had injuries in college, and that was on his draft notes, injury prone, and you still spent that premium pick on him.
To be fair though, so did Will Johnson. So that's to be fair, so did Will Johnson. Most of them did, but those two were, and I think Siobhan Reevil would have been like right up under them. Those guys were noted to, if they didn't have the injury, they were first round picks. But let me ask you, Wish, this: Jason Light's last, right? So coming into the season, would you say the Super Bowl? Let me say this: coming into the season, would you say, okay, the Super Bowl window is open? It was
coming
open
into the season, yes.
So if you feel that way as a GM, do you have contingency plans in play because you feel like we are going to make a deep run, right? I think that would automatically initiate somebody being aggressive.
If
Would you agree?
everything turned out okay, and sure, injuries would hurt us, but I didn't think injuries would hurt us this much. I mean, granted,
you're saying once we were, but the amount of injuries took the aggressive nature out of it, because it did get to a point where I do agree. So many injuries happen. What one guy could come in and fix that, right? Like a Myles Garrett wouldn't fix us right now. It
Right.
wouldn't
It
fix us
would
right
not.
now. So I do agree. But coming into the season, David Walker got hurt in the offseason. So I understand you did sign you signed
Hassan Reddick.
Hassan Reddick, but
Who
I,
was coming off a 1 sack season?
yeah, which brings me back to the point of what if that was really his stat line? And come to find out, it kind of is, right? He does some things, but for the most part, that's not what we paid him to do. And I know people are gonna say, "Well, he's getting dropped in coverage." He gotta have some value somewhere because it ain't coming off sacks.
But we got to
So
look at every phase, right? So we got problems from quarterback from last year. So the plan was to take care of that. And that's why we went into the draft getting second and third round with cornerbacks. And then also last year, let's not forget, our wide receivers were getting older and got hurt. So there was a contingency plan to take care of the injuries for a wide receiver, which is why we went with Mecca. So Mecca first, the two cornerbacks, second and third, and then we picked up, I think, Elijah Roberts. No,
no, it was David Walker, then Elijah Roberts, then it was
Okay.
Terrence Johnson.
so we added some more depth into the line, right? So we wanted to get that, and yeah, so can't say Jason Light is not going in there without a plan because he sure as hell did.
Okay,
Now,
I
I think
okay.
it's just
I
been so unfortunate how things played out for us because
I,
again, we got hurt again 3 times with wide receivers, not one, not two, but three.
I still disagree. I still disagree with you 100% about
A
we
hundred
blaming
percent. Jeez, all right.
we blaming injuries, but the majority of the injuries happen on the offensive side of the ball. It ain't got nothing to do with the defense. The defense was already trashed from years before, and everybody knows you can have Deion Sanders in that secondary. It don't matter if you can't get no pass rush. Deion Sanders is gonna look how Darrell Reeves looked when we had him a few years ago. They can't
Okay,
cover
so
forever.
so when it came to the draft, we had a plan for the injuries from last year, and what I said earlier stands on that. Now, when we looking at picking up people from free agent, we're not able to get high power players if we're taking care of the issues on injuries from the draft. So now we got to look into getting some high power players from free agency and bring them in to see if we could try to get pressure to the quarterback on defense.
You,
And
I,
sure enough, we banked it on Hassan Reddick. We gave him 12 million or 14 million, I can't remember.
That's just insane.
And we tried to, give him a chance to be like, look, we're gonna give you a 1 year contract and we're gonna see what you can do. Well, sure enough, it's not working out. I'm
That's the
sure
most debated.
next year, if anything, we're gonna go ahead and try to get more pressure on the
I,
quarterback.
I agree with you. The only thing that kind of is why I still got to put Jason Light at the forefront, though, right? This defense, for the most part, this is not where the injuries have been so much stacking up at. You lost
It
Cansey.
has. Kalijah Cansey is
Yeah,
out.
yeah, but
He
this
get
is
hurt every
where
year.
yeah, yeah, but hold on, but this is the thing, right? Kalijah Cansey is a up and coming player, right? We don't know his
No, he's
exact
not. He's been in with us for the third. This
nah,
is his third
he
year.
what I'm saying when I say up and coming, he's not the game plan for the opposing offensive
He
coordinator that's
sure is.
coming in.
Did he not get
I,
six
It's
and a half
not. He's not.
no,
sacks last
no,
year?
no. Hold on. He's not the impact player that a team is saying we gotta watch out for Kansas. No, bro. It may get there, but it's not like, for instance, us losing Kansas is not like the 49ers losing a Bosa and a Fred Warner, right? They should be trash. It should be really hard to keep that production of what those two players brought to that defense. On this side of the ball, for the most part, you had Dean in and out, which is kind of normal. Not Paris, Benjamin
Benjamin.
Morrison here and there a little bit, but you kind of already know that because he had his surgery, right? In Kansas. For the most part, you've had Tyke, Savasier Dennis was supposed to be impactful after that shoulder surgery. You've had Winfield all season, and I didn't hear he got hurt. Um, you had Zion until whatever he had. You had Vita. You've had Levante. So for the most part, you've had the names that you kind of want to see on defense, and those guys are just not producing. So my issue with that is it was kind of like that last year and the year before. So
If you're playing a card game and you only got 5 cards on your hands, how much more can you do? Nothing else other than the 5 cards you have. That's the scenario that Jason Light was in. He can only do so much.
Hold on.
Y'all gotta remember, if he's throwing an offer out there to get somebody to trade and they don't want it, how is that his fault?
oh yeah, well but that's a given, right? But this also goes into maybe you have the money if you don't re-sign a Chris Godwin that you don't know if he's going to come back to form or not, right? You just know he's a hometown favorite and he's always worked his butt off, right? But that's a lot of money for a guy at that stage in the career, and you just you pretty much had plans of drafting Ibuka, and you saw what J-Mac did, right? This is before the neck thing. So you saw J-Mac, and so for me, you're too busy trying to bring the band back together. I think
Not really. Chris
I
Godwin
believe
could have took Patriots offer, which was way more than the offer that we gave him. You know that, right?
but I know that, but but that's we're speculating that because of the no state tax thing in Florida. But the thing is this, you still at the end of the day, like this is what Jason Light needs to. He has to understand when it's time to make the hard decisions. Being a boss, being a guy in his position, and teams do it all across the league. They make very hard decisions, and sometimes it's hard to say goodbye to certain players, but you understand this is a business and numbers matter. You would have had probably a little bit more money had you not done that, sign Greg Gaines. Like, here's the thing. When we have these injuries and you keep the same team together, we're not excited as fans that Greg Gaines and Anthony Nelson is coming into play. We know what we're going to get from them. Other teams is swapping their depth out every offseason. They're not good. They're just not good. These are practice squad guys that you're wanting to rotate in game.
Which is,
These guys,
again, what I said earlier on the draft, we drafted people on that position. Elijah Roberts and Will.
I said
I,
BA. Well, yeah,
I, I,
he said BA for GM.
I also want to make a point. Even 2 years ago, when we went into the draft, we drafted Jared Verse went 2 picks ahead of us. We knew we needed a pass rusher back then, but we said we're going to settle. We don't want to give up draft picks. We settled on grabbing a center because a center is way more important than a pass rusher. When Jared Verse was on the board, just 2 picks ahead of us, we don't want to give up a 3rd round pick when you always can recoup that 3rd round pick by trading back on your 2nd round pick. But that's Jason Light's fault. And then this past year, he taking players off the board completely. That's impact players because they have draft concerns, but yet James Pierce is balling out for the Atlanta Falcons, and we drafted a 3rd receiver in Emeka Egbuka, which is absolutely insane. Everybody knew in that stadium. I was at the stadium at the draft party, and I heard every fan in there was upset about the pick. I like Egbuka as a player, but let's be honest, was he really necessary?
Yes.
Well,
No, he wasn't.
he was when you think about what we went through last
Last
year.
year. Yes, very necessary. And even more necessary what we went through this year. But anyway, I
And
digress.
I'm gonna say this. He is responsible for winning like 3 games single-handedly.
Yeah,
Without
Atlanta
Seahawks was
game
one of them.
and the
he's
Atlanta and the Jets game.
the
And Seahawks.
and Seahawks. You don't have Ibuka. Who else? Sterling Shepard finna get that production? No, sir.
Look,
No, sir. I'm sorry. We needed that. Like I think without him, let's just say in the world where the injuries happened the way they did, without him, man, y'all know what our record might be.
my
Worse.
My point is, you already invested all this money already in wide receivers. I mean, you're going to spend a high draft pick on another wide receiver when you clearly have holes on the other
Yes.
side of the ball
You have
Yes.
already.
holes, yeah, but you have holes. You have holes at receiver last year. Cade Otton was your. You realize there was for a month. Cade Otton was the wide receiver one.
Hmm.
I get it, but you can't keep drafting wide receivers every year. I don't
I mean,
care.
we don't take
That
them
that
that high. We don't take them that high.
but that's the priority. The priority is drafting players at a skill position when the rest of the
Hold
team
up.
is
Outside of Emeka Buka, when's the last time we drafted a receiver?
They do
A
that
high,
every
a
10 years.
high
A high
draft
receiver
receiver.
every 10 years. '04 was
High
Michael
draft
Clayton.
receiver.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, '04 Michael Clayton, 2014 Mike Evans, and 2025 America. So it's like every 10 seasons. Every
all
10
right,
seasons.
So yeah, we're
all right.
not. Yeah, we're not blowing picks on receivers like which I know what you're saying, but those late round flyers, bro, that don't really
I,
count. A lot of them
I,
I
guys don't
do.
even make teams.
listen, I'm not saying that we drafted players in the first round. I'm saying you already vested financially into Mike Evans. You already invested highly into Chris Godwin. You already drafted a receiver that already produced 7 touchdowns this past year. Those the
Yeah,
defense.
but that's not real. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I love J Mac. He a dog to me. But if you go look at, you know how we say stuff is not sustainable, like Baker running up the middle. I'm J Mac is that what he was doing was just magical. That's not he can't keep that up. We need a receiver at the end of the day that's going to end up having to move the chains, be the number one. The Mecca thing, we got to let that go.
So
Here's the thing: they had. Here's the problem though, and I kept saying it yesterday. They had more opportunities after that pick. If you realize that draft slid, those edge rushers, Mike Green and Izaraku and Walter Nolan, and them dudes were still on the board.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Them dudes were still on the board. So
And
I,
I look at it as like I don't really care about like the corners necessarily because if you have the pass rush,
thank you.
you can make those
You
cornerbacks
do care
look a
about the
lot
corners.
better.
You know why? Because you made a big statement about Zion yesterday. Did you not?
I did, but they have time to throw the ball. Like if like they have time to throw that ball to like all these people. If you have a decent or very good pass rush, they don't have time to like look and like throw the ball, and that helps Zion. Like
Thank
that,
you.
it does. The good pass rush, it helps, and it hasn't been addressed since 2021. We haven't addressed it,
2022.
and you could say like, yeah, he got Logan Hall, he got all these people, but those are not starters. Like they're not starters.
they're not. But I think what's happening, and somebody can fact check this. I believe that there's a solid number that you want to have at the end of the season of sacks to be considered a good defense. And I think what's been happening is Bowles is hitting that number by end
What?
of season because he's sending blitzes from everywhere. So he's
He,
getting total sacks
And it's killing the
versus
secondary. And
yeah,
it's
what?
yeah,
killing.
I know it's killing the secondary, but listen, it's one of those things where I believe when you fall in that 50 some out, sacks, that's a really good number to have, and he's producing that. So it kind of looks like, do we need the pass rusher? Because I'm getting the production, and I'm not saying we don't, but I'm just saying when you look at the numbers at the end, if that man is getting finishing top 10 in sacks most of his tenure as a DC by creating these weird pressures and all these exotic blitzes,
Here's,
then it's another reason why they're not in a hurry to get it. No, also not get the pass rush. So you have to take that into consideration too. I don't know where we're at on sacks this year. I
we're
don't know
not
if
we're
we're
not in the top 10 on sacks. I mean, I know for a fact Atlanta was sitting at what? They probably at 50 now.
no
They
that.
was
Yeah, I know they were at 44. I don't know where we're
yeah.
at now. This might be his worst year on sacks. This might be his worst
I
year
mean,
of a sack total.
yeah, I
We're
mean,
we're
he got his own.
13. We're
What?
13.
Oh, well, there you go. See? There, and that's the thing right there. And so when you go and look at teams where they do have a sack artist, whether it's a high end or not, it's a sack artist. And we have more sacks than that team where they got a guy that specializes in that, it looks good on what he's doing. I
But
We're
just got to play
13
the
out of
it's
average.
at the
32.
it's at the detriment of the
I'm not. I
secondary.
don't disagree. I'm not disagreeing. I want the pass rush because I think it'll boost what he has. I don't disagree with nobody. I'm just
I want
telling
the
you.
pass rush and I want the blitzers
Yeah,
together.
exactly. Like, so for me, I'm just telling you, when he sits down and he shows his stats, if that man is finishing the season with 50 plus sacks, damn near 60 sacks from his generated blitzes, it looks good. We as fans know, though, a lot of those sacks don't come in moments where it,
You
it
need it.
impacts the game. Exactly. Miles Garrett is coming on, and this is last 3-4 minutes of a game. That sack caused a turnover. They get to go win a game. Michael Parsons, Trey Henderson, stuff like that. Sacking up a Tyler Shuck for five, that game, it didn't impact the game, but he does have the numbers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Hey, but numbers do lie though. So
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. It's like the Brady era with the extension of the run. But so back to the Jason Light thing though. I got one more thing you wish. So what do you say if Bowles is saying he's having to basically curse at the podium now because guys basically like Zion is saying, well, I'm getting bored. We're watching Winfield loaf on the field. We're watching Hassan Reddick not put in effort. You're bringing guys in the building now. You spend a lot of time looking for character. Yet this might be some of the worst character bunch you didn't put together because now these guys don't even have a drive. They
10-4.
don't
I agree.
they don't even have a drive. Like, let's just be, we're seeing it on the field. They don't listen to the coach. They don't be in position. We're having communication. We have a defensive a coach that's every year is saying
Your
we have
communication error.
communication errors. So that tells me the guys you're bringing in are, how cerebral are they? So you're bringing the people in the building, man. So something's not right with the evaluation of what your guys is telling you. He's our guy.
So here's how I put it. So the way I see it is it's like this. If I go ahead and hire everybody to do their jobs, it's going to be up to them to talk to the players. I don't see Jason Light talking to the players. I don't see why he needs to. That's all just between the coaches. So when it comes to like player continuity, uh, player motivation, overcoming adversity, that's all coaches right there. That's between the communication of them and the players. So
But the players love each other.
I'm gonna leave that up to the coach.
The
That's
players
I
love
don't
each
see
other.
how Jason Light could be the reason during the season, by the way, not before. Maybe before we can put Jason Light more in the hot seat about the overall performance, yes. But then right now, for the last 2 weeks, well, last 6 games really, that's all between the coaches and the players.
Well, I don't disagree because I don't disagree with the getting them prepped, but I also feel like you spend a lot of. Here's my thing though: if you are very very serious and not bringing a me I only type of guy in the building, and you're saying I want these stand up citizens that we can put a statue of up when their career is over with, the damn show better have that effort on the field from start to finish.
Yes, sir.
And what I'm seeing with these players, that might show up on college tape. We don't know. That might be on college tape where they're slacking on certain plays. You need to bring guys in that are actually hungry and they're dogs and they want to play football. They want to set records. They want to win.
I don't
You
disagree. I don't disagree with that either, as far as like their character and their drive. That's why I think that's why they got Bucky. He's a dog. There's some players that we do have are actual dogs, but I think what people are forgetting
Yeah,
is
they're on the offensive side though. All of them.
Yeah.
Truth be
I
told,
know,
all
but
of them.
we can only draft so much. We only got 7 rounds, and then the complimentary pick as well. But we
The
can only
Rams
do so much in the
the
draft, and
Rams
we can
figured
only
out.
do so much in free agency because that's almost like a 50-50 chance. We can invite them to come in and play with us and give them an offer, but they're not always going to take it. But again, we can only do so much. Now, I think during the season, though, for Tryon, or excuse me, Zion, for him to all of it, and nobody knew this about him last year, but for him to all of a sudden just be like, yeah, I'm bored. We didn't know that until recent. And so this seems to be something that's happening now. So this is all new. Nobody knew that this was
Yeah,
Zion last year. You know what I mean?
true, but
But I still feel like this is all Coach Bowles' fault right here to try to get them in and their minds right to kind of get them ready. But I
so
digress. Go
so
ahead.
so so back again to Jason, like in the Zion thing, you you made a split decision to sign him to an extension under what grounds?
But it
No Pro
wasn't
Bowl.
breaking the bank by resigning him. You know that, right?
But I'm saying, what did you see that made you say he deserves a contract?
I
That was
think the
never
first couple of weeks he was doing really well.
okay. The first couple of weeks, so was Baker. A lot of people do good. It's the first couple of weeks. Everyone's getting their foot wet. We don't
There's
even
no
have
tape.
preseason. We don't have preseason the same way. Some guys don't even play preseason.
I,
So
and
for
and I think last year too, for the most part, Zion was doing pretty well as well.
yeah, I
But
think he was last year, but I think it's one of those things where you just want to,
He was playing
as a
for a paycheck.
GM, yeah,
He was
as a
playing for a paycheck.
GM, yeah,
You would thought,
you
but
just
it's
want to
the contract
evaluate him.
year for him. You would have thought he would have been well, even though he got the extension before the start of the year. You would have thought this year he would have came in really locked in, like, hey, I'm trying to get paid, or I'm trying to hit free agency as a
He
top.
got paid and got bored.
I don't get how you get bored the way he gets beat. I
I'm,
don't
I'm
I
just,
don't understand that.
I'm just gonna,
I actually
this the
don't agree.
last thing.
I don't disagree with you on that too, Big Bug. I mean, how do you get bored by getting your ass whipped? You know what I mean? But
I mean,
This,
if I just got paid, I just got $30 million guaranteed. There's nothing
yep.
to be bored about except I don't want to get hurt rehabbing, or dude, I'm busting my tail to see if I outperform this contract, I want more money. You
He was
know?
talking to Antoine Winfield.
Say what now?
He been talking to Antoine Winfield because we pay him
I mean,
21 million.
is he? I'll just say that with him, I feel like he's making business decisions now that he's gotten paid. He's got his money. He's making. I don't see that same burst like those first 2 years when he first came on the scene. Those first 3 seasons, I don't see that same burst in playmaking ability. It's
and
more of just a business decision now.
and I guess that's probably where I gotta agree. Where when you start saying stuff like that, then yeah, that could almost put Bowles at number one because he was asked a question. Do you ever consider benching people? Because certain people need to be benched. You did it with Devin White. You
Yeah,
need to certain people just to show you I'm not
You ain't
playing
playing.
with you. This is not your team. You're benched. I mean, we watched Bill Belichick in the Super Bowl sit out one of his most impactful players on defense. Actually, an MVP, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was one of them where he got them all them picks. I can't even think of his name right now, but
I think it's Malcolm Butler.
yeah, Malcolm. But
Butler
yeah,
Yeah,
set
Malcolm Butler.
Butler out, bro. Set that man out. You know how impactful that man is, but this is not your team. You will not do what you want to do, and so I do agree a little bit with the coaching aspect where Bowles probably has gotten too buddy with some of these guys, and it's his walkthroughs probably are being more so just nonchalant with some of the players. One more thing though with the Jason Light thing though. Um, you have yet to build a team outside of Brady coming here, that's Brady. But outside of Brady, you have yet to construct a team that's able to deal with the elite teams in the league. You
That's
are
true.
consistently getting beat. Like you can say, well, we beat the 49ers. Well, Fred Warner left that game too that day, and they didn't have Bosa. And we you know what that does to teams. But still, you're not beating the Rams, you're not beating the healthy Eagles, and you build a team that a practice squad secondary can essentially just shut down in the Lions. So these good teams, I mean, hell, you have problems with Drake May, Josh Allen. You cannot. So you're building teams that's only built to beat up on the NFC South.
Well,
4 years now. 4 years now. And then not only that, you haven't even built a team good enough to sweep the South
Yep.
when they
gentlemen,
were at their lowest. I
gentlemen,
told some. Uh-oh.
gentlemen, we are at the 30-minute mark. Um, Good discussion. I've heard everybody's points when it comes to the Bucks. It's a healthy conversation. It's a good conversation. But we will continue this tomorrow. We're gonna keep it going. At the very end, we'll do these type of setups. We'll be kind of like focus on the topic at hand. And today's topic was, the Bucks issues. They all are, and I hear everybody. And I'll say this last piece, and I'll close this out. Well, everybody can get their close out piece. Everything that was brought up, all the options today are an issue. Are we clear on that?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Okay, so good. So we'll continue this conversation. We'll kind of pick up on it a little bit tomorrow because we're not playing, so we got plenty of time to talk about it. So I'll come on, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock ish, so we'll have plenty of time. We got 5 hours. But great discussion, great participation. Closing remarks of this conversation. Anybody want to start off first?
I started off. Good conversation. I enjoyed it with all you guys. I still stand by my list. I still have Jason Light at number 1. But like I said, it could easily fix 2, 3, and possibly 2 and 3 at least, like with the way they're connected if things were done a different way. But I enjoyed the conversation. I thought you had some good valid points, but I still got to stand on business with Jason Light being number 1, man.
It's all good. It's all love.
Oh
We can
yeah,
all
ain't no hater,
agree to
nothing. Just healthy
disagree.
conversation, man. Like I enjoyed the debate. It's just healthy football conversation, man. Just looking forward to hearing Buckos tomorrow. I want to hear your take on it as well as whatever other factors you have tomorrow. But one bit though, when you say 1 o'clock or 2, you mean Central Time or what? Because I
Eastern,
might not be out of church yet, so
like Eastern, like it'll be between 1 and 3 because I want to kind of start in the daytime.
okay, gotcha.
So it will not be nighttime tomorrow.
Yeah,
All right.
appreciate it. All right, y'all have a good evening.
All right, I'm gonna jump on because I'm gonna get off here. I got some paperwork to do. I'm gonna stick with that, with like I said, with the Jason Light thing, only because the biggest thing is just the way these losses have been. Their total team collapse. So when their total team collapses, to me, then you start at the head. Because these are not losses where you can point at one person. These are losses where it's everything, from coaches to everything. So when it's that, Jason Light has to be at the start of that, and then you come down. Jason Light doing what he's supposed to do takes care of 4 of the things that Buckos put on the screen. The OC that comes from whoever the head coach hires, but Jason Light doing what he should do would fix the defense, Bowles, and ultimately make Baker better because you're putting better things on the field. So yeah, that's all I got on that. So
I'll go next. Obviously, you know my stance. I think Jason's the least concerned. But that doesn't mean that he's not doing his part in terms of being wrong. A lot of these folks saying Jason being a problem, I do agree to an extent. Um, but it's just kind of hard to leave Jason Light out as a concern because he did get us a championship after a long drought. He did get Tom Brady. He got us in the right track. The last 5 seasons, we were able to go to the playoffs. I know I don't want to harp on too much of that, but I think personally he is addressing some of the concerns as much as he could. It's just unfortunate of the situation that we were brought upon for this season. Hopefully we could do better. I'm not worried about it. I'm pretty sure we're still a pretty elite team as long as everyone's healthy and can be on par and on board. But maybe it just takes until next year. We'll probably just take this L. So, look at the Chiefs, right? Chiefs got their issues. Everyone thought they was going to the Super Bowl, but it don't look like it this year. So, can we blame and point fingers on them? Sure. But at the end of the day, you can't always be good for so long. And you can't always be bad for so long, and then everyone's hungry. So there's only so much we could do to win one Super Bowl out of 32 teams, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Appreciate it, you wish.
Yep.
Who next?
I'll go ahead and go next. Jason Lai, I gotta still say number one. I mean, he's the reason why Josh Allen and all these other quarterbacks are just having all day. Like Kirk Cousins threw over 1,100 yards and threw 3 games on us. I don't even think he only had but 1 pick. I mean, quarterbacks are living. I mean, and passing on pass rushers consistently is the reason why this defense look as bad as it does. That's his fault. The lackluster. That's all character concerns, and that goes to the drafting process. The drafting process. You're supposed to be scouting those things, and they're not doing that. That's why I gotta put Jason Light at number 1. But I ain't got nothing else to say outside of that.
For sure, man. Good points, David. We'll be here tomorrow talking about. We'll pick up on this conversation. This is a very, very instrumental. Very kind of it's a deep conversation because you can go so many different lanes, and I kind of want to stay on this conversation because everything is fresh and it's good to get everybody's thoughts on this. So I want to continue this conversation. And we got one more person, Grislow.
I think Mopar put it in a good perspective of like, because Jason's number 1 for me. He'll stay number 1. That if you fix Jason Light, it fixes 2 and 3, which is everyone pretty much had Bowles in the defense, a top 3. And you could pretty much say confidently that if Jason Light like wasn't slacking, I think it fixes those 2 problems pretty decently. I still think as a head coach, you can only go so far with Todd Bowles. Personally, I think if you gave him a lot of like good play, I just don't think his coaching can get you over to that next level. But it's hard to not blame Light because it's like, yeah, like he got the cornerbacks like you wish was saying and stuff like that, but like a good pass rush, because corners can only cover so long. Like it's just gonna happen. The backfield can only cover for so long. But the pass rush, if they get to the ball in 2.5, 3 seconds, that makes the cornerback's job that much easier. But we don't have that. If you have 4, 5, 6 seconds to pass the ball, someone's gonna be open. I mean, someone will get open. There's only like so much like you could go. But I don't it's the fact that like I think too, like you put it up on here, you haven't had a 10 sack like person and what, like since Shaq Barrett in 2019. That was like
somebody put drafted a 10 sack person.
Draft. Oh yeah. I don't even know the last time we drafted a 10
0.
sack person. Yeah, it's bad, but I think if your biggest position in need has been clear cut to the point for years. Even when Jameis was on this team, your pass rush since 2015, for as long as I can remember, has been bad. Always. And you haven't done enough to address the situation. And when you don't do anything for that, how am I supposed to, as a fan, trust what you think is best for this team? Because don't get it twisted. It's like I think Mopar said it. Your draft picks, you haven't put together a superstar team, an elite team that can go with all the other playoff caliber teams. And the only reason we got to that point is because of Brady, because everybody wants to play with Tom. That's just that. Let's just call it what it is. You don't get Gronk without Tom. Like that's perfect point. But that's pretty much all I got to say. Jason Light's number 1. If you can't have trust in me, like when I see the situations and you're not drafting enough, you're not drafting a good player that's needed, or you have absolutely no depth after your starter. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
For sure. To close this out, shout out to everybody that participated in today's exercise or conversation, session. Happy with the results, so I'll do it again. Sean, I got you, buddy. I saw what you put out there. I put it on the screen for you, Sean. A lot of people kind of glossing over that part. 92 and 100 as a GM. I mean, you know what I mean? And I'm going to leave it like that. What you see on that screen is a fact. You are what you are. The last 5 years have been pretty good. But overall, still under 500 as a GM. So that lets me know Jason Light he has two sides. He had a really bad pre-Brady and a decent or pretty good post-Brady. Or Brady and moving forward. But you got to put them together, and the results are the results. 92 and 100 as a GM. Nobody brought that up. Good point, Sean. Hey, but I'm not going to give my take on today's conversation. Not my place. I just wanted to put this out here. Remember, the CEO is responsible for every company, or the person that's appointed to run the company is responsible. Do not forget that. But maybe that's just me. But we'll get into that tomorrow. Shout out to all the Prodigy Bandits. I'm watching this game again, the Falcons and the Bucs again. The condensed version. It's bad. It's bad. Shouts out to all the Prodigy Bandits. Thank you for joining. Fire those cannons. Seize the day. Raise the flag. Hashtag this stinks. Hashtag facts over feelings. Hashtag what does your eyes tell you? Hashtag probability over possibility. Hashtag reality matters. Hashtag trenches matter. Oh, I'll replay that one. Hashtag reality check. Hashtag what is this? Hashtag what does your eyes tell you? Hashtag why? Hashtag don't get mad at Buckles Locker. I don't play the game. I just talk about it. Hashtag what are we doing? Hashtag no excuses. Buckles Locker signing out. I will see y'all tomorrow. Be there or be a triangle.